Thank you, Professor
thank
Diego.
Hey,
yeah, you used to have
big title.
Those days, Professor Diego will be commanding money from the skies, you know. Professor Diego,
the magician who used to come on GTV, the morning show.
Yeah, those days, Charlie.
Oh, I see.
The world was very dark.
You had this cake thing that you do and toffees will come out of.
Yeah,
I remember.
Oh, okay. I remember.
You put them together.
They say you kill somebody and then the person will wake up 3 days time. All these days, Charlie.
All be lies. Anyways, let's start off. How the week has been for you so far?
Well, the week.
On a personal note.
Yesterday, I was at a forum organized by Rexoma and the
Black Star Experience thing.
Creative Connect to Africa. And I think it was a very nice, forum that we had.
That was in partnership with AFTA, right?
Yeah,
partnership with AFTA.
AFTA,
yes.
AFTA.
And then there's
actually one of the stories we're going to talk about.
On the 25th to 28th of November, they're going to have this festival at the La Palm Royal Beach with other workshops and then connecting. I think it's very nice because a lot of people from the African countries came from Kenya, Botswana, other South African and Tanzania. All of them were there for us to share ideas, and then
I see.
It was good connecting, and I'm with them. In fact, the project today, I'm getting myself involved because we all want what we call it progress in our creative space.
Okay.
In this time of our lives, we're not going to hide things that we have to give to the populace in terms of our ideas and creativity. So,
Uncle, what are the specifics, for instance? What is Black Star?
The specifics. There are a lot of talents which varies from country to country.
Indeed.
In terms of our language, culture, our eating habits, and the way we perform, move stage, live band music. And this is the time for us to showcase the kind of differences that we have, the kind of similarities that also goes over, so that we can connect in terms of business aspect, whereby a country can call other people to come and perform in their country for so it's that kind of a connectivity.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm told it's going to happen in November, right?
November 25th to 28th November.
Okay. All right. Great. Awesome. Well, trending man, how was your week? He made a comment, Uncle. A young man made a comment here last week about the fact that if the military people who died, amongst the eight, if it had been just them, they wouldn't have had state burial, and then people were bashing him.
For that one, they will see because of the emotions and all. But it's a fact.
And I can see how happy you are. You are happy. You're happy. They're bashing me.
Why should I be happy?
Now I know my enemies. I know my enemies.
I'm happy because you're trending. You're trending. If you used to trend in Takari, but now you're trending in Accra. so it's a good thing for you. Apparently, his mom was got into the whole conversation as well.
Oh really?
Yeah. People were asking questions and then.
Social media battery, Charlie.
But, the funny thing? The most people that were commenting under the post were sending me Facebook friend requests.
Oh really?
So the comment and sending friend requests. Like,
don't be excited yet. They are following you because they want to know the things you keep saying.
Then every Saturday from 1 to 4, please tune into Asaase.
Today cry.
There's more to come.
He said one bill somewhere.
Hey, uncle.
It is the first one cry, by the way.
Uncle. They go, how have you been? No, my Uncle Fred. No, my Uncle Fred.
He's a fearless type, Charlie.
I'm learning from you, Uncle.
He says it as it is. They let the choose for where they be.
Okay.
Uncle, I'm learning from you.
I like his submissions,
Thank you. I see. That's coming from the legend.
Yeah, and I'm
proud. Acknowledge.
I'm proud.
Good.
I'm proud.
All right. Okay, so let's get into the story. So the main one that was trending. So I was going to talk about the Black Star Experience partnership thing with AFTA and the ATP as well, which is going to host the Creatives Connect Africa in November, which Uncle has already touched on. So the next one, in comes Nene, the DC man. Okay, so the big one, Shatawale and EOCO. So we know he was invited on Wednesday, and per the stories, he was supposed to come in around 3 p.m. He got there. He says his lawyer wasn't around, so he was waiting for his lawyer to come. Per the stories, actually, that I saw at Charles Upon. And then also we got to know that his lawyer delayed, so the lawyer came in somewhere around 5 p.m. where EOCO was just about to close, but they had to still stay, go through the proceedings with him till around 9 p.m. And the bill came off that okay, we need 2 sureties and 10 million Ghana cedis, and which at that moment he was unable to pay. So then he had to remind him, and then subsequently the next day he saw the SM people, which I was expecting them to be there, but he didn't show up. So SM people, governors themselves, got in front of EOCO demanding his release and all that. But finally we got to know that actually I saw one, I think the mayor of Nima, making a statement at the place asking that Raymond Adjei reduce the amount a bit. But the question was, the man who was able to buy a Lamborghini worth $150,000 couldn't set a bill of 10 million Ghana cedis, and they're asking for a reduction to 5 million Ghana cedis. And so that was a request made by the Nima mayor, and I think
who is that?
Nima mayor. I've forgotten his name. He was on a megaphone or something.
I'm coming on. A mayor in Nima. I don't get it.
They call him a mayor. In Nima.
It's a mayor.
Now, let me understand it. But I also saw people talk about is Nima not under AMA?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I don't. They've divided the.
They divided. But Nima is not municipal assembly.
Yeah. It's not. No. The mayor in terms of street mayor, not as in official mayor.
Because I hear people talk about
the car. The car was bought on the street. So everybody that got there was on the street. So it's a street activity.
Rolling to the street, the rollers,
Yeah. But for information, he's bought a purple Lamborghini. Right. And today I saw a video of Sami posting it that he was in town chilling and all that.
That car came, I think,
on Tuesday.
Exactly.
Tuesday.
Yeah. That was after his run. He said he's going to buy another one. They should keep the yellow one.
Well, so I mean, why not? If you keep the yellow one, we're gonna replace with the purple.
Yeah. But the sad thing is that you can't replace EOCO. You can replace the Lamborghini, but the EOCO invitation there.
Anyway, long and short of it, he had 5 million. So people are reporting differently. Some people are saying he got the 10 million. Others are saying he got 5 million bail with the 2 sureties and all. So he's out finally. But so yeah, your take on the entire activity from EOCO arrest and everything else that happened.
Okay, let me start by saying that I'm an SM fan now. Now I'm an SM fan.
Since when?
I'm an SM fan.
Since when?
A new follower.
Since now.
Since now, I'm an SM fan.
Okay.
I'm an SM fan.
I just want a clarity. Yeah.
I mean, and Godfred also confirmed during these recent times that he's an SM.
Hey!
Oh yeah, that's confirmed.
I always thought he was a high grader.
No, I mean, industry father. So
okay. You are father to all.
Father to
not just
no.
Okay, I understand that part.
So let's understand that.
So now we have a father to the industry and then 2 SM fans.
Yes. So
fine.
The listeners understand that I'm an SM fan.
Okay.
Every part of this video that is it that every part of this video that they're going to do a little bit of it and come and post about anything outside of Shatawale. Put in mind that I'm an SM fan.
This disclaimer there, we are not accepting
it. It's sad and worrying that some of the biggest reportage about Shatawale is always in the negative space. It's about negative news. People don't know that Shatawale has released a new EP with great songs on it. Because now if you type Shatawale right now, all you're going to see is EOCO, Lamborghini, EOCO, Lamborghini.
Yeah. Even international tabloids were reporting. BBC did a story and all.
Yes. And it's sad that one of Ghana's biggest artists has released a very good EP. I've gotten time to listen to the EP back to back. And it's very good EP. And our conversation today is not about the EP. Our conversation today, unfortunately, is about an arrest that could have been prevented, according to EOCO. And every time I'm going to say it's based on what EOCO said in their press release. You made the claim that you bought the car. EOCO were doing the investigation. They knew that the car was with you. So according to EOCO, until the Shatawale video, according to EOCO, they know that the car is for the
Nana Kwame
Amwa guy,
Yeah.
but you were using it. So you were not even really part of the whole conversation. Yours was that, oh, the car, bring the car back because the owner has been, there's an issue around the owner, so bring the car back. You took your phone, went on live on TikTok and Facebook, did a video and said you bought the car for $15,000 or $50,000.
$50,000, yes.
A little over $150,000.
Yeah.
You bought the car. I'm like, oh, sir, if you bought the car, then come and show us where you bought the car from, who you bought the car from, the purpose of the car. Because this car in question has a lot of issues around it in Obimanso, that's America.
Yeah.
So then come and explain to us those details.
Yeah.
That was the invitation.
No, shouldn't he have even been smarter with that? Because the earlier conversation he had with Kyei Mensah, according to him, the first or initial invitation was a conversation about Edu Buahin.
Yes.
Because in his video he mentioned it.
Yes.
That when they called him, he thought it was about Edu
Buahin.
And then he got there, and then they are bringing about Nana Kwame was issue in there. And allow them to do their thing. But why did you go ranting on social media?
So it is a social media rant that made them know that, oh, you bought the car.
Exactly.
If you bought the car, that means and we all know the laws and rules. If you have lived in Ghana, if you have lived abroad, you know that if you should buy a stolen product, you are part of the investigation.
Yeah.
So the moment you bought a criminal product, a criminal car, quote
The
unquote.
car was not stolen.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
That's I've changed it to a criminal because initially the reportage was that it's a stolen car, a car that
You
has
even heard that somebody was even shot in it. Yeah.
a car that has crime written over it.
Yeah.
That's also not true.
That,
Yes, exactly.
So if you bought such a car, okay, then who did you buy the car from?
Street.
He said he bought from a guy called Zach.
Yes.
He doesn't know
The street.
Doesn't on the street.
Yes.
He doesn't have the Zach's number.
Street.
Street.
Yes.
He doesn't have the Zach's number. I'm now learning the SM
Okay.
language, so forgive me.
All right.
Yeah, I think then they will do more. So you don't have the guy's number. You don't remember where the guy is. What are the papers of the car? You know the papers of the car. EOCO know that the car papers are still in the name of the Amwa.
Yeah.
So then, how did you buy the car for $150,000? Who did you buy the car from? And that's the reason why EOCO invited you. Come and explain that this car that we are supposed to send back to America, you say you bought it. How did you buy it? And that was the invitation. I don't even understand why everybody wants to make it look as if those who don't support SM are making it look as if that he has gone to, lack of a better word, kill somebody. Those who support SM, those who are proper certain movement family members, don't even also know the story.
Yeah.
You listen to them talk, and they are speaking as if Satawale has done something like
Unheard of.
unheard of.
Yeah.
We have all bought something.
Yeah.
When you buy buffet on the street, do you ask who prepared the buffet or something?
Of course not.
No. When you buy your phone, when you go to the shop, do you know the amount of stolen phones that are in Ghana that are in box?
No. If FBI decide to track all iPhones,
Thank
in
you.
Ghana,
Oh,
Really?
Oh, very
yeah.
some of your politicians,
Oh, yeah.
baby. Yeah.
get red flags.
Yeah, may get red flags. I saw a story of a Nigerian guy who and the wife bought a first phone in box.
Really?
In Nigeria. Then they traveled abroad, they're in Canada. So they went to the shop, the phone got spot. They went to the shop to go and fix it. They get there and the Apple shop is selling them, the phone has been flagged. This is why I said the phone was stolen. He says, no, I bought this phone in box at an authorized Apple shop in Lagos. How has it been flagged? He says, yes, it has been flagged. And they showed them documents that this phone has been stolen.
I saw a similar story. Guys in Canada, he has his own phone. He actually has a tracker on it. He got missing. He finds all the way in one African country. I'm not going to mention Africa. He comes back. He tracks and then he comes and then he sees the person holding his phone.
Yes.
So
So I'm just saying that it's about the anti SM fans and the SM fans understanding the narrative. Understand narrative will also help you know what to say, what not to say.
Well, if he was throwing some salvos too on social media.
I never like that.
I don't like pettiness. Pettiness is I don't like cheap shots.
Charlie.
I don't like cheap shots.
I didn't like
so the whole SM issue is not been good.
But on Rank or no.
On cross. So no,
let's be honest. On Rank or
but that is his life.
The thing is about Shatawale is that everything aside, he knows when people are going through stress and when to deal with them. He's not going to do this if we flip the coin.
You do this. Somebody can laugh at somebody because of his leg.
No.
He can't laugh at you because of a Lamborghini.
So that one there is true.
No.
That one there.
I mean, forget about that.
The president
Forget about that one.
We are talking about a serious issue involving.
What is serious more than somebody's leg? Somebody's challenge.
But you guys call the guy Benabu.
No, he didn't call him Benabu. I'm just saying that.
But it wasn't him who called it. It was Yapono. Or something.
Shatawale
I think
would have done worse. Wow. But that's a Shatawale. That's how he has built his brand. You Stonebwoy has built your brand as the quote and unquote the karma person. All these Shatawale issues that is going on is not good for Shatawale himself. It's not good for the fans. And the fans that went to assemble in front of EOCO have made the matters worse.
Why so?
They have arrested your kin, your boss, lack of a better word, your God. And you are trying to go and at a security service.
They said the politicians taught them how to do it.
But the politicians didn't go and roll weed.
Oh, they were rolling weed.
The politicians didn't go and remove their pants and walk around.
Isolated cases of people doing that.
Oh, okay.
No, but
okay.
If somebody was rolling, how can was the person not arrested?
No, I'm just saying that. No, it's because they focus me.
Took a video of that scene.
There's a video of it. Yeah. There are videos of it on social media.
Did it happen within the premises or way of the location?
Car park, the road where they were playing the music and they were dancing. They were playing and you remove your pants and you're walking around. I don't get it. And somebody will take a knife. The police come here, we go kill them. We go kill the police. All this matter doesn't add up to the image that we are trying to save.
Okay.
Now you mentioned Shatawale. The only thought that comes, like I said, your best image. If you want to, I learned this thing from a friend. He says, Macall, if you want to know what the world thinks about you, just go to Google and type your name, or go to ChatGPT and type your name. The world, how the world sees you, is what we found there. Type Shatawale right now.
ChatGPT can lie anyway sometimes.
No, but I'm just saying that. No, at least
I understand.
At least it gives you a clear idea of how the world sees you. Your image on the internet.
Okay. All right.
I don't know about how good Shatawale is because we might not be there when Shatawale is giving somebody money. We might not know how benevolent Shatawale is.
He is.
Yeah, he's very benevolent. But like I said, we might not know because he won't come and sit down on radio and say, I gave this guy. Okay, you can say it though, but oh, Shatawale. I like Shatawale.
Let me come to you. What do you make of all this?
Well, I mean, people have different definitions for a brand. Some will tell you it's the niceness of the logo, but for me, I think the simplest definition of a brand is a promise well delivered.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Wale is a rebellious brand.
Yeah.
What we saw at EOCO is what he presents to his fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a demonstration of the acceptance of the brand. Now that aside, you know me, I'm a high grade family guy.
Oh yeah, we know.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, we used to go toe to toe. But as we age and we gray, we decided to, throw our support to all relevant talents in the country.
Yeah. Right.
So for the past few years, all the fanaticism are back burner, and we try our best to support every art. The whole issue was a bit murky from the start. But when I decided to do my own research and get to understand the issues, then I realized that take Wale out and let's learn the lessons.
Yeah.
And I want to give you a typical example of myself and my issues with a car. So normally when I'm going to buy cars, you just look at the VIN, whether the car had an accident. We don't even look at the person who bought it first, second, third. We don't look at all those things. So I bought this Hyundai Elantra. Freshman, gain employment at Ogilvy. My boss gave me welcome bonus to get a car. So I had a friend in the US who bought me the car. The car was shipped to Ghana. The car got to Accra on a Thursday. Friday, I went to DVL to go register the car. Saturday morning, I sent the car to the washing bay and I asked the guy to tally. Because you know where the compartment where they put smoke, ash, and all those things.
Yeah.
I realized that the user was a heavy marijuana. The former user was a heavy marijuana user. So I asked the guy that I didn't know because you could see marijuana seeds, leftovers
Heavy over there.
Yeah.
So the car was washed. We were having Tigo unplug at the Accra Sports Stadium. Supposed to be event coordinator. Went to the show. Show was done. That even while he was in the show, that was when he came on stage with handcuffs and everything, free the street or something. Show ended. My normal route from Accra Sports Stadium, I take the main square through Accra to Dansuma.
Yeah.
But one of our drivers, Eugene, was like, Charlie, I beg you, drop me and my girl for so I want to buy apple rice.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just around the Odobe Cemetery, the police set up a barrier.
They set a barrier there.
The guy, he said, "But I park. You park. You smoke weed?" I said, "Me." Argument back and forth. I was pissed because if you are a user and somebody accuse you, you tend to negotiate. You understand? But if you are not, and my guy to knows that I'm not a user. He said, "No. Hey, clock on the gun." Hey, Charlie. Long story short, to Osu police station.
Hey,
counterback mine.
Hey, Charlie.
Yes.
Really?
The detective CID came. Said, you are making noise. Let's go to the car.
but your car had been washed, and I was thinking everything was taken out.
Let's go to the car.
Okay.
Went to the car. They pulled it. So, you see, we tend to underestimate Ghana police. When these guys want to work, you have no escape routes. By just looking to the car, they could smell something, and I wasn't smelling that.
Okay, because you're used to it.
Yes.
The smell.
So they put the thing, and I'm afraid we pieces no be brave, seeds no be brave, ash no be brave.
Oh my God!
And they pull all these things into a container that's supposed to go to the police lab.
Yeah.
So quickly, I have to call my boss. I have to call my uncle. The police officer, the chief police officer on duty, called me that I should come to his office, and I went and was like, when I look at you, you don't look like it. So tell me whatever happened. So I laid all the story. It's like, okay, I'll let you go, because something tells me that this is just a mistake. So remove this thing and wash everything out of it. I spent 4 hours. It was the longest 4 hours of my life. I can imagine.
A lot of people have gone.
It's the longest 4 hours of my life. So the thing is that Wale has made a mistake. I don't know whether he genuinely knew. But I mean, ignorance is not an excuse before the law anyway.
Yeah. Because on his video, he said he didn't even know that Nana Kwame one guy. That's what he said.
So, as for me, I'm looking at the lessons from this, that we need to be very careful buying stuff, especially home use cars from Canada and America. I'm being told that now 90% of Honda CR-Vs in Ghana are stolen.
US.
90% of Honda CR-Vs are stolen. So if you drive a Honda CR-V and you have to be careful.
Honda CR-V.
Yes, 90% of them. The EOCO bus set.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Range Rover. Number 2.
It's HRV part of
this. Ram, those huge trucks. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the cars that have been red flag left, right, center. So, I mean, whatever happened. I'm sure the FBI and EOCO and Shatawale will find a way around the issue and resolve it. But for me, after all the noise, the question is, what lessons are we all learning from this?
True.
And that's my take.
All right, Uncle, your thoughts on everything?
I just wrote a piece, I think 2 days ago, saying that staying connected to the Shatawale brand, and I presented my issue with, if you poke the eyes of a cadaver, you will find maggots. Yeah, the supposed deviance in a community will be remembered at least for something good they did while alive. We often neglect the supposed deviance in society. But at least when they are not there, you remember, Taka Kowi or can have been doing this, man. Shatta Wallace, she should say, guess a conundrum. I don't know how to even where to start from. But you see, as an artist who has come to the limelight, at least your lifestyle will be different from the others. So if I see him driving in flashy cars, I'm not bothered. He's worked for it. But this Lamborghini has become an issue for quite some time. So
was buying an extra, was it even necessary?
Oh, for that one there,
to prove that wajiba continue.
Yeah, he feels.
We know you have the money, yes.
Yeah,
but
he feels satisfied. I mean, everyone has a way of satisfying the soul. Maybe his pride is getting his cars in and showing them off. It's part of the game, or maybe you buy it. You want to also have a museum of cars. maybe
at Nima or Kolegon.
That's right. So he cherishes that moment. But you see, we have that kind of problem that to go to the forest to kill the beast and then fortify yourself with concussions. It's better you leave the beast and let it go.
Yeah.
Because the kind of applications that you're going to have, go and get this herbs, go and get this herb. Before you finish, Charlie, you are taking all the herbs in the forest to protect yourself.
Yeah.
If this Lamborghini has become an issue of contention, let's look at the value. The value is around $150,000. Charlie, it's kind of,
yeah.
But if you quantify the kind of situation that happened last Thursday, had it not been the good behavior of the SM fans, Charlie, I think the police could not even have controlled the crowd that came there. Because sitting at my home at Pokwase, the lot of people that I saw coming from Suhumo and other areas on motorbike just to come and support the cause, you have no idea. So I was saying to myself, okay, so if you look at the presence where the things happened, you had the AstroTurf for the hockey.
Yeah.
Electricity office is just here. Bakola is just here. Lutu could have even gone out there because those people were not controlled. But we thank God that one guy came out, as you said, Nima came out and said, look, we are here to rescue our brother. We don't want anybody to tarnish our image. So they will come down. But if they had gone berserk, things would have been Kwame Nkrumah would have been affected.
Just close by.
Yes. So if you look at the value of things that might have gotten spoiled, if this thing had not happened, Charlie, you could qualify that. Look, that was better that Charlie they should have even let the guy, because Macall was making a statement that he was invited, and also.
Yeah.
So invitation and the incarceration, is there any correlation?
Yeah.
You have invited him, but I understand the time that they gave him, he missed the time.
Yeah.
So once you miss the time, okay, me and my friend say, brah, you don't come at the right time. Me too, I'll show you where power lies. But wherever power lies, there's humility.
It's not necessarily showing power lies, because per the statement.
Maybe I'm saying.
They waited till.
Yes, they waited
till 9 p.m.
Yeah, so that PM, they could have also said that we are all going out, so you have to go to your home and then come tomorrow.
Let me make it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
come tomorrow. But you detain him there.
See, let me.
And then the dog bites out of emotions or maybe provocations. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If the human being is provoked to a certain it provokes to a certain level, Charlie, there is no.
We will hit the dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're a dog that you can bite out of emotions, we also hit you out of emotions.
Yes.
The dog is not bigger than the human.
At the end of the day, who will lose? So in my
The
article, I said that you should cooperate with them because I understand the EOCO is doing it in conjunction with the FBI.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the FBI, they have another jurisdiction. Assuming you are extradited to the US.
Forget.
Would this SM man come there?
Charlie, that's
Charlie, so you have to play it cool.
Exactly. So this is what I'm expecting all the
I
SM
bought this one
fans,
from
the
the
senior ones to
street.
be telling him.
I bought this one from the street. These are the documents. But I'm also surprised that all these vehicles came into this country to the port. It is now that
nobody noticed it.
How? They choose our system. There's
Porous.
leakage. Very porous.
Yeah.
So he has fallen foul of the law through no fault of it. I think I've shared my story here about the pastor selling keyboard to me. He sold it from the church.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, he stole it from the church. And then when he came, he lied to me that Charlie, the manual is not there, they can't fix it, so I should fix it. So he's giving me a week. So the week I tried the keyboard and I was playing it, that is one. Then they came, the church requires someone pay me, so if you can buy it. And I was lucky. At that time, you can't go to Google. This was about 26 years ago.
Okay.
So I had a magazine where the price of the keyboard was $200. Fortunately, that day I don't know how that happened. Somebody had probably $180 in that smaller notes. So I said, I just handed it over to him. But while he was going, I said, no, give me a receipt to show
that I paid you.
You this one. And he gave, and that was saved me. I was there one day, about a month later, where he was handcuffed, brought them, and then he showed me like as if you did that, he pointed to Jesus that this is the man. He pointed out to me that this is the man. Yeah, he bought this thing. He didn't
give you a case.
Yeah.
keyboard.
So I was taken to Sakubono police station, and I was taken to, Judge Ajuma's court.
Court all.
I'm telling you. So the judge said, okay, fine. the idea that I used in buying wasn't that offensive in terms of that I was greedy.
Yeah.
But you had bought it lower, far lower than the $200. Oh, I did a ton $200. They want to buy it about $100 or $50.
Yeah.
That one will have jailed. But the closest, the proximity between
180 and
180 to school. And secondly, I need to display to them, and I play by him. He bow. There was not the hell. The guy know how to do this. Then essentially you are acquitted and you just go away. The guy was jailed 10 years. I don't know whether it's
Wow.
Yes, 10 years for wrongly received. So they just advised me that anytime that I want to buy something and I suspect, I should take that person to the police station and look, I'm there. I need this camera badly. This guy is selling to me. I don't know where it comes from, but I want you to be the witness that anytime any kind of this thing comes, that you have to be, support me in terms of that I came to you to tell you that I'm buying this one, so you are a witness to the
transaction.
The transaction.
Okay.
So they advised since then, anybody who want to sell me something, and I presume that this one, I don't know where it comes from. I take you to the police station, we sign an agreement. So that when it comes, it was the band came there. Because sometimes and they look at the mindset.
Yeah.
Whether you bought it. So if your body is $150,000 and they are saying that the FBI is connected, let them take it. Leave it, go for your life, and then when they have investigated and see that this one is not your fault, at least you can get your money back or your car back. So
okay, that's a worthy advice, though. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
One point we've not looked at is it's the power and the influence that talent wield.
Yes,
and clearly, Shatawale is very influential and has a serious portfolio.
What I posted here for 3 days, I've had 2K. And it took comment. I've never had that kind of highest listen here on my listen.
It took me back to, when Jay-Z was doing the Hard Knock Live tour.
Yeah,
he was always wearing the True of NBA jerseys. Yeah. Then after the tour, when he released his album Man Up, sales of NBA True of jerseys dropped by 400%. And you know what? In those times, the NBA commissioner David Stern couldn't understand what was going on. So he was asking, and he said, it's Jay. Jay have stopped wearing them, and he's wearing a suit now. He said, no, get me Chris Gardy. Now, if David Stern is looking for you in America, does this, it's either a good news or bad news.
Terrible news.
So when Chris heard that the man is doing, Charlie, what have I done? Say, look, go back and convince this guy to start wearing the jerseys again. He did the same thing with, Range Rover. Nobody gives a damn about Range Rover back in the day in America until he started driving it. So that is the power and influence talent have. Now it's up to us and the state to find a better way to channel those energies positively. All the guys that gathered at EOCO. Imagine the government is commissioning a big manufacturing hub that need maybe unskilled labor, like let's say 10,000 people. And we say, Shatawale, bring your boys to come and do this job for us for the next 6 months. That is us. You see the energies on the street, most of them are unemployed.
But the government, the current government is using this. The partnership between YEA and Shaxi. But my issue is that the artist himself, has he been able to channel that influence that he has to help himself and help the people following him?
You see, one of the biggest source of revenue for most artists is merch.
Of course, yeah.
Shatawale made a point that all my fans use my image to produce merch and sell.
Okay.
Until recently that he gave the sole right to dream. You understand?
Even including the rain, during the rain album, he did
in fact,
he did tracks.
Yeah, those ones were the one this guy did. Stand by while I use this.
Okay.
But he also gave people the chance. To produce merch. He can do so much.
Yes, that's
just a talent.
Yeah.
It's not his job to provide employment for everybody. The point I'm saying that the person have the human resource.
Yeah.
How are we going to channel that energy into positive thing? Because seriously, at the point I was scared, like, so all these people don't have a 8 to 5 job. All of them, most of them, some of them are.
I saw some in suits actually. So somewhere,
some of them are
probably left office and then
some of them are other riders and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But we are looking at people who can be employed in an industrialized position where their energies can be used to build a nation. We don't have that.
Yeah, well, if you look at the prime time.
Oh, yes, we don't have that. So, challenge.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question on the brand issue, but before that, I have a message on Facebook. And Nesbit Hansen Adi.
Hey, Nesbit, Charlie. Hey, my man.
You know him.
Hey, Nesbit.
Oh, okay.
He says your singer.
Okay. Shatta is not from a poor family and was never raised poorly. He fled to the ghetto due to a circumstances, so people should get it right.
Okay.
Of course,
I don't know what this has got to do with.
you know,
People are saying that because he comes from the ghetto, people think that
It's not
his
ghetto,
beginnings were.
That okay. That is that. Okay. Anyway, so about the brand. So I saw somebody, a reputable guy on social media, post that there were actually a group of
See,
educated people.
I just opened it.
Oh, okay.
I just opened it. So read it out. Read it
Okay,
out.
okay. I didn't want to mention his name. I'm not
Mention
going to
his
mention his name.
name and read it out. So it sounds
Because
legit.
during his rain album, the guy was very efficient.
So mention his name and read it out.
So you all know him as a sports guy, Gary Al Smith.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He says-
Gary is a serious SM guy.
Big one. So he says between 2014 2018, when Shatta Wale was at his musical peak, there was a multiple WhatsApp group called Corporate SM, in quotes, made up of professionals who could or did not want to publicly ID with SM for various reasons. The credentials of these people were impressive, top peeps. It goes on to say, somehow, something about Shatta's grades connected all these very accomplished people. Obviously, his excesses were frustrating. This group would sometimes reach out to him or to his management to try to clean the brand a bit. That's very key for me. A High Court judge drafted a detailed SM legal playbook. He goes on to say, a top Macall lady did an IP and brand roadmap, etc. They all wanted to contribute in various ways to just elevate the obvious potential of SM brand. Eventually, most members of the group left because you know what they say about horses and riversides and water. He ends by saying the hashtag of organic followers we've seen trooping to and his to end. It has to be said mostly ignorantly. Supports Shatta Wale today tells the story that the potential that man called Shatta Wale had energized his fan base to do great things is unmatched by an artist in Ghana, dead or alive. It goes on and on. But essentially, the question I was going to ask about the brand thing, do we do something about this brand? Because this is not the first time he has an issue with the law. We know, remember Dampari?
Yeah, I was there. That's issue, yeah.
Exactly. And now this one.
Yeah.
What do we do about the brand? Are we okay with it? Okay, he's a dancehall artist. It's normal with the dancehall because that's what people keep saying. It's normal. I mean, his godfather, Vybz Kartel, is also the same. So it's okay. Let's live it like that. It's okay. Do we accept? You are the father of all. So how do we deal with this brand?
The brand is tainted with some amoebic kind of position, changing rapidly. It changes from here to there.
Yeah.
It's not stable. However, I said in my opening statement that if you poke the eyes of the cadaver, you find worms. People always poke him. Most of the effusions that comes from him is through poking. People just come on his DM, insult him, or whatever in terms of certain things that he's done that people think is not up to society level standards. Yeah, he's not up to that kind of standard. And when he is also responding, he responds in that kind of ghetto language. That's what a lot of people understand. And I think in this way he goes overboard some certain time by even using the human organs to display that kind of efficiency, which I think is not good at certain time. I mean, for you to use that kind of it can be avoided. And the brand too, some of the big men that he also insults certain times, they are also in league with other people. So when I'm a business partner to you, this guy has insulted me. He wants my brand to be attached to his brand. I'll just tell him that no, Charlie, on this day also you did something to my because they act as symbionts, each one deriving advantage from the other.
Yeah.
And then they are saying that when a fire consumes someone and you are there, you have to also cover yourself. A JB bar, you have to also cover yourself. So the way that you will be insulting my colleagues, I also feel that if I step on your way, out of your way. It's the same thing that you're going to do.
thing.
And it's going to affect the brand.
Yeah.
I don't know at the moment. I think he's branded to Awake or something. Storm Energy and a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
And most of these things, I don't know the consumers in terms of the consumer package, whether it is from the elderly, the middle age, or the younger ones who consume most of his product. But water is universal, so a lot of people consume.
Yeah. No, he's not. Here's his energy drink.
Energy drink. Storm.
Yeah.
So energy drink
for the
streets.
So if you can get statistics about his deviant behaviors, whether it is affecting that brand or not, we can have that kind of statistics from there that since he was attached to the brand, I mean, this is the equity that he's brought onto the brand. We can know and then advise him accordingly about how he should go about his thing. But
advice and uncle, but
he also feels like he's a woman. Charlie, sometimes the kind of abrasive language that people use on him, Charlie, he also feel that you'll be by somebody's child. That you also needs opportunity. So he also come hard on you.
What has been said about Sarko there, or because he's a different person?
People act differently based upon their emotions and everything. So we can never compare Sarko there to him in terms of that. Right? Yeah, he maybe he has anger issues or something on that sort. Somebody who can also control of. So for that one there, if you hit harder, you also hit harder.
We have a brands expert seated next to you. It's called Nene Adjei.
Yeah,
that's his government name on his Ghana card.
Everybody, the Adjei is the AJ or ADJ.
I want him to take a bite on this question about the brand. How do we make it appealing that people now don't see that thing? Because trust me, after his release, the video he did, I saw the hair, the most calmest aspect of Shatta.
The one was sitting down.
And then there's another video. I saw Sami post about one of his songs. He was seated, and the guy that I used to know with all blinks, very limited blinks, just a watch on his hand. I didn't even see one chain on his neck. Then subsequently, I saw a video posted again by Samiba in his latest Lambo, in the purple one
with the boys.
He gets out of the car at a very popular place, which ordinarily you see him do his thing, but Charlie, calm, be sir. As a humble in a way.
No. You see the
all settings,
as they say. It's not settings. The Shatawale brand is a maverick brand, sometimes an enigma. You see, there is somebody who is mass driven in terms of product positioning, but niche loved.
Please explain it.
Mass brand but niche.
Explain.
So you see,
poke inside.
Anytime you see how do you call it? The aeroplane companies having their exhibitions. What car do you see close to it?
Those big cars, the Lambos and
it's a Rolls Royce.
Exactly,
It's a Rolls Royce. But you barely see them advertised.
Very true.
You understand? Now the people who drive the Rolls Royces are your top rappers. When they want to get street validation, where do they go? They leave the urban areas and go to the hood.
The hood,
the ghettos,
the street.
So I've sat down for a very long time. I know he's a bit of a rebellious brand, so like a Marlboro, okay, that I'm conquering. I'm galloping with my horse. Anything that comes my way, you are gone. But when I turn back, I see the CEO of Wall Street smoking me. You see? I don't know whether the guy have a marketing guru behind him, because I thought it was going to fail right from the word go when he bounced back. That was my fear. But year on after year, there's a cascading growth of the SM brand. During our time when we were doing the high grade SM and there was a serious beef, our level, that whole space is gone. He managed to still have people coming, but to us high grade, we truncated. We couldn't pull people along again.
At least you did a few.
Yes,
Stone.
Yes,
Kofi Kinata.
The SM brand is still growing. People that I know who hate Wale back in the day, all of a sudden, are followers.
So you're saying the brand is okay as it is?
See, when Vice Carter was jailed, for how many years?
I think 30.
30 years.
Yeah.
dancehall was on life support. Cartel with all his excesses have to come back from prison to make sure that 80,000 people will turn up for dancehall again.
Okay.
So sometimes when you are a brand and the people that you sell to love you for who you are, maybe you can just try to cut your excesses a bit, but maintain the same template. Don't change it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we should cut his excesses a bit.
That's
okay.
That's
Right,
what
that's
I've
very
been
key.
looking for.
That's very key.
That's what I've been looking for.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm naturally I'm not somebody who is a rowdy person. I'm not a jumpy person. I'm way calmer than, if not for the trap of radio, you won't hear me talk anywhere. I know people who are in my office that have never heard me talk before.
Wow.
I have classmates that even doubt that I do radio. I'm not really interested in the whole, lack of a better word, the whole rowdiness, the back and forth. If I listen to dancehall, I can't listen to Vice Cartel. I can't listen to Vice Cartel because I'm not interested in the gunshot and the whole use of some languages.
Okay.
But it's a brand that you maintain. Something that few people will understand you. And the people that understand you will stick with your brand forever. But put in mind that a brand is what you do. If you constantly keep on changing what you do, people that used to love you before will not love you now.
Okay.
A brand, if Asaase, Artsy, all of a sudden drops Midas, drops Nene,
As the Momo dropped.
drops Uncle Fred, and go and bring set up a new team, and the new team are saying things that doesn't make sense. The brand is there. The Artsy brand has been built over the years. They know that it's more educative, it's more informative. You just don't come here and shout. And all of a sudden they keep on bringing in today. Uncle Fred doesn't come. They'll bring in some person who will come and sit up and say anything he wants. They'll bring in. Gradually, that brand that you have will change. And when that brand changes, people that loved you before will drop.
Of course.
Shatta Wale has built a good brand. A brand of somebody who doesn't give up. A brand of somebody who believes in freedom. A brand of somebody who will fight for the least person in the society. A brand that he doesn't care who you are, no matter the tribe, he'll be there for you. A brand that has inspired hope on the street. A brand that people listen to his songs and they go down their knees and they're crying. But if this brand gets to a point where the brand is becoming too rowdy for my liking, it gets to a point where this brand is becoming too negative. Everything about this brand is negative. Let me tell you a gospel truth. Tell anybody an SM fan, the point you ask, quiet boy like you, Pam. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah.
Rule number one.
Although.
Rule number one of SM. What's the first rule?
I don't know. I mean,
He just joined today. So
Shatta is always right.
really?
Yes,
see?
and that is
I
boldly engraved in the heart and chest of every
Thank you.
die-hard SM member.
Oh, wow.
You can never go wrong when your brand is for the masses.
No,
As
but-
for us,
no.
we are bougé.
No,
And we think we are wise.
Yeah.
that is what the problem is.
That's not a problem.
No, you think you can never go wrong for the masses?
No,
the masses.
I'm not saying that.
No, but you just said that.
I'm not saying you cannot go wrong. What I'm saying is that when the people love you for who you are, and oppressors try to cave you in, it's not going to happen.
No, the one is true.
I can
The one
mention
is true.
5 artists who can't go through what Wale went through with EOCO, because that kind of support, that kind of support, they're not going to get it. I'm sure, and I'm just assuming that maybe the presence of the fans even push the EOCO board to say, okay, you know what? Let me just vary this thing for this guy, so that because if they have kept him there that day, the following morning, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure that the whole high street will have been choked.
Yes.
No, but then you know that Yoko's plan was not to keep him there. The initial invitation was 10 o'clock, so they can get everything wrapped up within the day, and you go home.
Now,
You come 3 o'clock, come 5 p.m.
Oh, yeah, sure, 10 million bill with the same day.
But the fans, so I'm coming over. So the fans that have
That's how come he hasn't bought Lamborghini yet.
the fans that have Shatta Wale at heart,
Yeah.
the fans that have Shatta Wale at heart,
Yeah.
that your king can never go wrong. You call him your god. You can't put your head together and get him a 10 million bill.
I mean,
I'm sure they could.
So
I'm sure they could.
let me take take the last one. I need to wrap up and then have a first conversation with a theatre review. The Duku woman is here. She's wearing her nice Duku. She just came from the Duku walk. Just a sneak peek about it, just a minute or two. How did it go? How is it going?
It was crazy. So I completed the whole walk. I made sure that I was in the front because there's a lot of stopping, but it was crazy. I'm sure they got 50 this year, 50,000 at least.
I see.
It was
okay.
crazy. Yeah.
Kudos to Honorable Anand and his team for that.
Definitely.
Well, we're talking about Shatawale and the whole issue that happened in the course of the week. Your take on that briefly?
Okay, very briefly.
Yeah.
2 points. One is I don't like censorship. So I really feel like if a person has a persona, whether they're off the chain wild or, subdued, that is theirs to control. Good. I think that we can have opinions, right? And we can choose to buy or not to buy, support or not to buy, support. But I think the kind of pressure for an artist who is out there to become mainstream, I don't think it's really fair. So when Shatta kind of says no, I'm like, okay, I get it, right? Because, the only thing he would do is maybe he would get new fans, right? Those ones who are like, okay, great, he's not swearing. Okay, great, like he's not like pulling a gun out or something. Okay. But he doesn't necessarily need that. Number two, I would just disagree with my good friend Macall here because I do believe that you are your brand. It is synonymous across whether you have a business company and you sell toys, or you own a perfume company, or you're a rap artist or a dancer. One of the things that I have learned in the industry is that a brand becomes very personal based on the person. If you're a magnetic person, then you will inevitably create a brand. I have seen where people have tried to transfer what they have built to other people who would actually step in and do the same things that they've been doing, and they fail because what people have been attracted to is the person. Yeah. So that's my take on that.
All right, thank you very much. I had a lot of stories to talk about, but it looks like Shatta's conversation has taken over the entire minute. So we're going to wrap up the rendezvous news on this one and then call in our first conversation, which has to do with the man Francis Jeremy Afeze, creative art director of Agape Arts Production. Alright, so Francis Jeremy Afeze is a Ghanaian creative arts director, playwright, and producer with nearly a decade of experience in commercial theatre. As a founder and driving force behind Agape Arts Production, he has built a reputation for staging thought-provoking and socially relevant plays that blend entertainment with education. His notable works include Makola, Blue Kiosk, Abena Koko. Hey, Abena Koko. Where's she day? I kind of miss her. Oh, I kind of miss her, uncle.
Well, the space is quite.
Yeah, It includes also Just for Cities, June, July, and the groundbreaking mobile theatre production Kelewele Junction, which we're going to talk about briefly. Through his productions, Francis champions storytelling that reflects Ghanaian society while inspiring transformative dialogue. Passionate about nurturing talent and expanding the reach of live theatre, he continues to push creative boundaries, making Agape Art Production one of the most dynamic theatre companies in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who did a stage play in a moving bus. Welcome, Francis.
Thank you.
How do you pronounce your surname?
Afeze.
Afeze.
Yes, it's an unknown name. It's an Ewe name.
Because I know the fancies have Afeze.
Yes.
Yours is Afeze.
Yes.
See, interesting. Welcome to Asaase.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk about your journey through this whole theatre play thing. When did it all occur to you that you are somebody who you write as well as direct?
Yeah.
At what point in your life did you come across or fell in love with this?
I think that was about 17 years ago.
Are you that old? You are that old.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Cute people don't look that old when they're
17 years ago.
I got a 23-year-old telling me yesterday that I look like 35. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was 17 years ago. I used to mobilize the kids in the community, and then I performed for them. And then I started going to the theater, and then started watching. Honestly, I started falling in love with drama, and church drama.
Okay.
And then I shifted it to the theater, where I started watching Uncle White's play, and then Latif Abubakar.
Okay.
I think the gallery of comedies, and so I started developing more interest for it.
Okay.
And by the grace of God, I think I'm breaking it here for the first time. I chanced on doing adverts with MTN. I think a small boy in the boat, the Nascanoy.
Yeah.
So
The Momo advert.
Yeah, Momo advert. So I played that small boy in the
Oh,
boat.
You are the one.
Yes, I'm the
That's
one.
kind of way.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Recently, the woman was gifted a 2-bedroom house.
You have it on your phone for me to watch.
Yeah.
She was gifted a 2-bedroom house
Yes,
and some
yes,
cash. Now, what do I am out here?
this guy no.
We'll leave that aside. It's a whole conversation on
Okay,
it, but
okay.
I believe that we'll get there because leadership is doing something about it.
Oh, okay.
So from there, and then I did Key Soap advert. That was 2006, and then joined.
Is it the one that?
No.
It's a different one. Okay.
And I joined the Akan drama group. I think Cantata.
Okay.
And the one that GBC used to do with
Yeah.
the Akan one.
Okay.
With my grandmother. And then from there, I developed more passion for theater. I went to secondary school, primary school, then to junior high school. I started expanding from there, and then to Tema Drag, then Tema Secondary School, where I started the whole journey as owning a theater production house.
I see. Interesting.
Yes.
Wow. I'm impressed actually with your profile. That's great. All right. So, at what point did you decided to come up with Agape Art production?
Agape itself, I was the creative director for a certain youth program by Christ Embassy. So when the man was frustrated, people were not coming for the show, and it was actually before do drama, then put inside. So okay, so what name when we are calling you issues? I said, oh, just say Agape Drama Group. I didn't know about anything about Agape. I just said it. So when I went back to check, I saw that it was a Greek word, meaning unforgiving love. Yes, so I picked it from there. I said, okay, let me work it from there. And then since then, it has been back to back till now, 9 years now.
I see.
Of doing
The Abena Koko one, what was it about?
Abena Koko, it was
it named after our own Abena Koko?
she wanted to attack me on that. So I swear very small.
Oh, okay.
People were having a different perception about Abena Koko. So I wanted to tell the positives about Abena Koko. Now Abena Koko wanted to become a medical doctor.
Oh yeah.
But what happens to that dream? So we are rather feeding on her bipolar and then what she's doing out there. But what about her positive side? She has done some positive things that we should talk about.
Yeah.
So I wanted the play to reflect on her positive vibe,
okay,
and not the negative vibe. But Ghanaians were like, hey, Abena Koko, hey, and the theater was full up with the name alone. So when Abena Koko saw it, then she came to DM me that now she wants to play her own role. But first you were attacking me. So how come now you want to play your own role? And since then she tried coming on board, but she was not able to meet the requirements. And then we have a play coming. We had a play with her which didn't happen. Don't blame Abena Koko.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we wanted to wash that bad name
perception
out there. But it didn't happen.
What, you said because she didn't fit the role?
Yeah, not that she didn't fit the role. She committed herself. There were some things that she's supposed to do. She didn't do it.
Okay.
And she was looking at that side. So we have to take it off.
Okay.
So that was one thing.
All right. Let's talk about the most recent interesting one that you did, Kelewele Junction.
Yes.
And
yes.
I heard it was on a bus.
Yes.
What was the thought behind the whole name in the first place?
Kelewele
Junction.
Kelewele Junction.
Kelewele Junction.
Okay. So this conversation happened at the National Theatre with head of program Mr. Sean and then Mr. Prosper, the one marketing manager. So I went to them. Mostly when I want to do my play, I go to them and be like, let's talk about the title, because I like working around my titles a lot, and that's my hook. So I asked him, okay, so I wanted us to do a mobile theater. I know it's very challenging, and people are going to doubt it, but it is possible. It is doable. We can do it. I was like, I'm crazy. I was like, no, you see, theater goes beyond what we see, and theater is us, but we have defined it in a certain way. So let's move with the people, because already for the past 3 years I've been moving with my people. I did theater in the mall first ever with Decathlon, where the setup was about fitness, talking about the importance of fitness and mental health that it adds to the fitness. Then we moved to the pub, Chase Lodge, where we did theater in the pub, where you are taking your drink, where you go and jam. We are there with you. Then this one I was like, let's do in the bars. It sounds crazy, but we need a title. The story is about prison reforms. People are being jailed without not being asked certain questions. So the CID don't give them.
People go remand for a whole 17 years without being tried.
So right now, what should we do about it? We have to speak their pains, because when they come out as ex-convicts, now they go to other institutions for work. They are being rejected because of the ex-convicts. Now, what do we do about it? We can tell that nice play, but how do we fit in? How do we make the people become part of it? Then the concept came about, why the bus theater? You can do it on the stage, so why are you doing the bus? I was like, they have been released, like the president giving amnesty for 99. Now, they have been released. They are going home. And going home, they engage in a conversation. When we sit in the bus, we try to converse, we are going to Kumasi and stuff. But bringing it to the bus was the real deal. Now, Kelewele Junction. The junction, one. Junctions are where we mostly meet. We have our discussion, hidden truths and everything. Why Kelewele too? Now, the Kelewele becomes a metaphor of something over there that I wanted to bridge the gap of. So Kelewele, we all know there's a fried plantain, something like that. But the spice, it's sweet. When you put in the oil, it gives you that brown. That's the truth. That's the truth about it. Now, when they go into the prison and they come out, the whole thing changes. It turns to a brown thing. It turns to that Kelewele that we see in the oil.
Even the officers were brown.
You get it. So how do we channel that? So the junction. Then fusing the junction become the Kelewele now junction. Now the bus is heading towards Kelewele Junction. And that is where the whole thing is going to end. Now, infusing, and so one thing too, we toured Accra, most iconic areas in Accra, like from the National Theatre, the Kwame Nkrumah Museum. So the bus didn't just pass areas, it passed these iconic areas. So we're given the 20 years before in cells, and now 20 years now being released from cells. Okay. So how did they see the Ghana before in 20 years? Now the Ghana now in 20 years. How did they fit in? How did they cope in? Okay. So that's where now the bus now moves, travels, becomes a mobile theater. Now the people that sit in the bus, we want them to be part of the story. We want them to feel what the people feels. We want them to have a taste of that Kelewele that the people want to share. How do we bridge that gaps too? So they become part of it. Now the background becomes the streets. Okay. The background of the story becomes the street. So every junction, every traffic light, every iconic site in Accra has a role to play in the story. So it becomes a mobile theater.
So I'm surprised you are going on this tangent with trying to defy the odds, quote unquote, with respect to how theater should be sold out to people, or the consumers. Yeah. I had a conversation with a lecturer at the University of Ghana Theatre School 2 weeks ago, I think. John Edmondson Sam. Okay. Yeah. And he was craving for amphitheaters, that we need them. We are having lack of spaces for them. Accra is choked and all. We should even begin to think about other places. But you are thinking that you can defy the odds. We don't necessarily need a space for it. How so? If you're able to do it at a mall, at a place, and then do on the bus, that means that we don't necessarily need the spaces, do we?
We need a space.
Okay.
But we also don't need a space to tell our stories. We have a lot of stories. How do we tell them? For those times, before it was Agro, before the Western Theatre, William Shakespeare, first we're telling stories under the tree. Yeah. Then we shifted it into our Trotskys. What's changed? Why do we need the amphitheater now? Why can't we go back to our roots? Why can't we go back and tell that same story again and make the people feel our culture, feel the real theater, because whatever we are doing, we are acting. The only difference is that the director comes in and say that speak this way, hold this mic, say this way. That's the only different thing. So we can tell our story anywhere, not necessarily that we have to be in somewhere. Already we were promised amphitheater, didn't happen. So should that stop us?
It was in the process,
Mensah
actually.
is doing well. He's taking theater to other places.
Yeah.
He's not doing some of them in the theater. The places that he goes, he's not having them done at the inside the theater. But he's giving that storytelling vibe and the theater vibe.
On the flip side, in the 21st century, people are actually learning scenic productions, expertise in those areas, which people want to have a feel of how the background looks like. So we have a mangrove, for instance. So we have somebody who can decorate the whole set to make it look like that. So that you have a feel of how the setting is like. And so if we don't necessarily need it, what happens to you bringing the real thing to life for people to experience?
The first time I did Kaswa last stop, it was about road safety. I did it in a bus, not moving bus, but I brought a bus onto the stage and the characters were acting in the bus. The people felt it, but how would they also feel if they are in the bus? Now we wanted to let them feel. We are turning the act into an experience. We want them to have that experience, not just the acts being still there for them to feel it. You can paint, you can have a significant design about a train, but when the person is not in the train, how does the person also feel and tell that story, how it went? How does the person have that memorable experience and say, oh, once upon a time I was in this. I didn't just watch a play, I was part of a play. And that's what Macall Mensah is doing. You know, when they did the African Union Summit, he performed there. He didn't mount stage. He used the screen. And still he was able to tell the story. He was able to present the piece. What do we look about? What do we say about that as well?
Okay.
You know, so it's all about the experience and the feeling we give the people. The person watches it, and that's it.
Okay. So with this very one, the Kelewele Junction, you said the bus was moving from place to place. Yes, it was moving. And so you have audience in the bus also watching them perform.
Yes.
Wow. So did you charge for it or something?
Yeah, we charged for it.
Hey, wow.
I think that was where the problem with Ayalolo came in. Initially, they didn't believe it. You know, nobody believed. It was very challenging, and they were like, they've not seen it before. Why theater in the bus? Why in their bus? I was like, your bus is very spacious. We need it. And when we are charging, charging the people so huge. It was 150 cedis and 200 cedis, you know, for the VIP. And one thing was that
bus is also to VIP more.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bus doesn't take more than, I think
it was 40.
40 people.
Yes, 40 people.
So then I was limited.
No, it's not a bad idea.
No. I mean, as in, did you get what your money's worth? So, for instance, just 40 people, or you had a couple of other buses.
All the was filled out, was sold out. So
how many buses? Just one?
It was just one, because it has never happened before. Ghanaians was, the questions were, how is it going to be? Where would the audience be? Are we going to be part of it? Is the bus going to move? Where would the cast be? Are they going to stand here? Now they want to see. They've not seen it before.
Okay.
So how do you now break it for them to be part of it? And that's where the whole thing is.
I see. Interesting. All right. So we're having a very beautiful conversation with the man Francis Afedzi.
Yeah,
Afedzi. The fancy one keeps ringing in my head. And he's a theatre man, script writer, playwright, and we're just talking about his recent production that has to do with Kelewele Junction, groundbreaking one. So amongst the many things you've done so far, so the Abenakoko, the Makola, the Blue Kiosk, and all the others, which one would you say is the highlights moment?
The Bass Theatre.
The Bass?
Yes.
You mean the Kelewele one?
Yeah, the Kelewele one.
Okay. Why so?
I have done a lot of plays at different places, but this Bass one felt very challenging for me. It was more about taking the risk, and the audience also that came, somebody actually came from Brazil to come and watch it. When he was telling his people, they didn't believe. He was like, oh, how can you have, even England was not able to do it for us, South Africa, and then all the theater, they were not able to do a theater, a moving theater. How possible in Ghana? And when he came to witness it, I was like, no, you have to do it quarterly. This is an experience. We want to feel everything. So at the end of the day, I was like, this is it. this is me, this is the brand, this is what, and I want to protect it, and I'm protecting it. Yes,
You patented it.
We are doing things about it. We are doing things about it so that we can own it fully.
So when next are you looking at?
We are coming in December. We are doing 2 days in December. For the festive season. This is the first time we're going to see experiencing theater in the bus on the Christmas day. You know, we go and do our carol service, and then they sing, and Mary and Joseph. No, this time we are having musicals in the bus, and it's moving.
Interesting.
Okay, so how many people sit in a bus?
40.
40. So your
And
artists
the cast.
and your audience
Yes, but total is 50 because the cameraman is in there,
in there.
the sound man is in there. Now the crew. And one interesting thing is that you don't just, because we don't want people to be distracted by the roadside. When you enter, you are giving bottle of water, popcorn, and fruit juice.
So if
It comes to the cost of the 150 cities and 200.
Yes.
okay, so whatever you are looking, the kind of experience you want to deliver in the bus, if you are able to find it off the bus in a very good area, do you want to do it?
No.
Why?
I
So before you listen, so let's say in my mind, you have a play that is called Midnight Love at Booty Falls. Okay,
okay.
where the whole play is set up and Booty Falls coming down as a backdrop. You have, let's say, 30 buses,
Okay.
and you are moving people there. Maybe you can do it with a hospitality company or whatever. I'm just thinking that how far can you open this thing up instead of we being concealed in the small bus? Can we open it up?
Yes, we can open it up. Before I was coming to do this bus thing. I was going rounds looking for a bus company. I didn't get some because all our buses, there are no space in them, and I ended up having Ayalolo bus. Then the conversation now grows beyond how do we get a bus that fits whatever we want to give to the audience. With the Booty Falls idea, if we want to have a rainfall on the stage, we can do that. But when we take our audience to the Booty Fall, the sound also disturbs the whole play.
Okay, the falling of the force coming down.
Yes.
Is it not part to be part of the aesthetics? Like make it as
Like a background.
yeah.
But you can't tell that story too. You know, we had a challenge when we were moving the bus. We got to a place where you see those people that they stand on the roadside. But mommy, 50 Ghana, tea and the
those people who beg for
and we stuck at the traffic and they took them. Noise. And
I was thinking you're going to probably use some curtains so that they will not be distracted as well.
it was a
With
fool.
the things that
We tinted the whole place.
okay.
But still,
It goes still.
the voice outside.
they use microphones, they use
You see, so it's going to defeat the
I
whole
get you.
purpose.
I get you.
And so that is where the problem is.
Okay.
That is where
All
the
right.
problem is.
So
if you see me partnering a big company and doing it, don't be angry.
Oh, you see, I like the
he
fact
says he's going to have to patent it.
No, he saw it's in the bus.
Yeah.
I'm outside.
gonna recreate a bus.
I set up a whole big bus with wood
on the
and
stage.
trusses and everything. It's a bus.
Yes.
And the force is behind. A huge telco and a huge Akoli beverage side and side with my close to 50,000 audience.
You are giving him more ideas. So
I'm executing. I'm executing.
All right. So, Francis, I just want to look at some of the challenges you've encountered so far. It's not just about this one, but in the space where you work. We will discuss theatre arts every week here on this platform.
Okay.
So we've had conversations about the things that happen in the theatres, either comedy or stage play and all those things. What are you encountering right now? Because somebody's actually planning to have a conversation with GRA and stakeholders, the creative arts,
Yes.
about certain things that has to do with the taxes, for instance.
We need it.
It's very key. So what, for instance, is your personal challenge you've encountered that you
Funds.
think could work for
Funds. We need more funds. We need more funds, because when we get the funds, we can do more than like the bus thing like this. If there were enough funds, we'll have rented about 5 to 6 buses, because each bus takes 6 cast. So we projected for 26 or 32 cast. And in my team, I have close to like 50 cast ready anytime I'm doing a play. That I can run, I can just pick them on and we just run a play. But funds limited me. So imagine we had funds and marketing wise as well. So funds, I'll say funds and our space as well. The space. If we are to stage it, theater, we need a lot of renovation over there. There's a huge problem there. But I think Mr. Hillman is doing his part. He's doing well by
Henry Herbert's mom.
Yes,
you mean?
Yeah, Herbert, yes. He's doing his part. He's doing well. I think now he's trying to change the whole thing. He started with the exhibition hall and he has moved to the Folks Place. Now he's to the Chinese Garden, which is doing something to change the narrative. But it's welcoming. But it's a very huge thing at the theater.
God.
Mosquitoes one.
Ghana.
Mosquitoes one. Security issues two. Regardless of you bringing your own security to the entrance. Now, when you park your cars, security.
People breaking the cars?
Thieves can walk in there and bring your glasses down, pick something. When you come in, the security, you can have a whole car park. Just two or one security there.
Yeah, I think I've experienced that with just about two of them.
But do you have friends on the
they are
street?
not even available.
I have
Friends on the street. But you talk about funds. Government's going to give it to you.
Oh no, we don't need government now.
So you need friends on the street.
Even our friends on the street cry. It's a whole.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get you.
Yeah, you need street investment.
Yeah.
And all over the world where entertainment grew and becomes big.
Shatawale.
The source of funding is not state, it's street.
Please, when you're taking the street investment, take the street.
Yeah.
Ask where the money is coming from, please.
We've actually, our brand. One thing we don't take is alcohol sponsorship.
You'll be limited, though.
Oh, you see,
You'll be limited because okay, you go ahead.
Because I betting sponsorship and alcohol sponsorship. If you are an alcoholic company and you have soft drinks and water, fine. But alcohol, because
Is it because of your Christian stance?
no, my brand kids are allowed to also watch as well.
Oh, but the others, they also allow kids to come into this.
But the perception. The question too should be about why has FDA still stopped the celebrities from endorsing alcoholic?
They're actually pushing to reverse that thing.
But
so
it's still, even when the Shea song cry, it's too late. Mississippi Fia and those things. Even the girl and all of them, it has a long way to go. So we should look at that angle.
So it has nothing to do with your belief as a Christian.
No.
It's
I
just
have
that
Muslims,
you don't want
Muslims in my production. I have Christians in my production. But just that the alcohol, because we might take it and have a dialogue with it. So the child will go and try it. He said, "Oh, we see on the stage said that it's good to energize you and everything." He will go and take it.
You can use that and still advise, because you can't stop them from using it. What you can do is to advise them not to over.
We've had a challenge whereby someone thought body was energy drink.
Said what? Body.
Body.
But it is.
A child.
But it is.
But it has alcohol.
No, but
Oh,
no.
you know what,
My name is Macall Mensah.
Yeah.
Does it mean that my name is not Mensah?
Yeah, Mensah.
Does it mean that my name is not Macall?
But what is not energy drink?
It is. It's
Why?
a mixture of vodka and energy drink. So it's an energy drink.
for adults.
You are adding English to it. The question was that it
But they've written 18 and above.
No.
I think
But somebody gave me just a
you're missing-
teaspoon
no,
and I
think
couldn't walk for 2 days.
I think you're missing the point.
Snubia, yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
a good one. He's being responsible.
Oh, please.
Please, the
You can
microphone.
come close.
Come
Come close to his
Oh,
microphone.
sorry.
Please. Sorry.
It's okay. I'll just
let's
Yeah.
He's being responsible.
Yeah.
And I think that deserves some credit because you don't have people sitting in this chair talking about being responsible for what they put out there and who's exposed to it. So I applaud you.
Thank you so much.
So it will never change.
No.
I remember I used to work for a company. Did you ever hear about the transition from Vansa to Antokwese TV?
Yeah.
So the owner is a staunch Christian.
Okay.
He gave us sports content to sell here in Ghana. I was then a salesperson there,
Okay.
key account manager.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to sell sports. Sports goes with betting and stuff like that. There's no two ways about it.
Yes.
He doesn't want us to bring betting into it. We push and push and push. Finally, he gave up. He couldn't
maybe.
I mean, because that's where the money was going to come from, and we were ready to give us proper money for sponsorship. And he says because of his Christian,
this brings into for the issue of people working in the breweries where alcoholic beverages are made. So assuming they go to the church on Sunday and they place the offering in the bowl, will it be rejected?
In fact, don't you have Christians who work? We don't have Christians who work at the breweries.
we even have armed robbers who go and rob and come and pay.
These things, these beliefs, we should incorporate them into our business. Yeah.
Maybe he has a genuine reason for
every product we consume has a disadvantage. Even this water that I'm drinking, if it goes into my pipe, my main pipe, it's going to choke.
Do you know somebody was on TV saying the chemical this thing is H2O, so there's alcohol in it, alcohol in water. I watched the video and I was like, who allowed such a person to come and sit on?
Then I think we should stop
Sister, I don't want to mention
taking Banku.
stop taking Banku.
Exactly, H2O, and he said the H because it's 2. So there's alcohol in water. That would
it's hydrogen on your side.
when I was doing his program and then the condom people sponsored, actually he liked it. He sponsored his Christian program condom because we have been using it while we pretend.
But it's not a sin for a Christian to use condom.
the Catholic don't even want it. Papa said
That is the Pope.
No, but the hypocrisy following and running away from the pharmacy to go and buy condom has caused a lot of elders and pastors.
I'm telling you.
Because they can't go and buy it and they end up doing it and there's pregnancy.
Anyways, Francis has a genuine reason for not wanting to.
Seriously, I genuinely support the fact that he doesn't want to promote a particular thing. I think all the conversation we have had today has been about brand and sticking to your brand. Sometimes you can add some things to your brand that will give you the money that you want, the attention that you want, but it's good for you to make a promise and stick to it. I think Nene said something that a brand is you. Said something about promise and sticking to your promise or delivering on your promise. That's a brand, and his brand is that he doesn't want to deal with alcohol. Everybody on their own.
Everybody. You and your own.
And one thing too about one of the biggest challenges, I think, GRA. They don't want to educate us, but they want to come and take from us. You don't tell us what you need from us, and what we should do. But you just come and say, you are doing program, you have to pay taxes to support the government. You're supporting the government, but what is the government also doing for us? As the government educates us enough to know, like when you do a show outside, I have some patrons outside there. When you do show, they measure everything by the year, your profits, your everything. Here, do we do that? We are interested in bringing ticket papers to the entrance. They come and mark 1, 2, 3.
All the complimentary tickets, you pay that on it.
People have done this then. But when you talk, it's all this sponsors. You see, the education should be there. You don't educate the event organizers. And trust me, if you are to educate the event organizers, the government can make money from the event organizers, and we can also benefit from the event organizers. So the GRA, I always say that they should set up, come with a plan, sit down with producers. They're always meeting top people. Do you know the number of shows that are happening at nightclubs? You have no idea. You are missing them. The number of award shows that are doing secretly, that they are doing some hotels, you have no idea. You are missing all those money. But when you hear the big names, you are in a hurry to go and cash it from them. And those people, to sometimes they have empty auditoriums. So who do you blame? And they end up sharing free tickets. So you see, we should have education about the tax, why we should pay tax, what are the percentage, what we should do as creatives, what the do's and don'ts, what the government is doing, all of them. Then we'll have a safe environment to do our show, and creatives will not be fighting with GRA and the government all the time.
I'm just about wrapping up before I hand over to my co-panelist to also ask a few questions or comments to it. But I want to find out from you, what is the future of the theatre space, for instance, that you find yourself? How do you envisage the future?
Theatre space, it's growing compared to 2016, 2017. I feel like we have more people in there. We have more producers that they are doing things. Unlike those times, there was no George Quay, there was no George Quay, there was no image brew, there was Nashoko.
Communications.
She went off the track after bringing, dinner promotion, and by then it was Uncle Ebo White and Latif, and then Nashoko, and then Fifi will come once in the whole year and goes off. But this time he has been consistent. So I think that now Ghanaians should understand that we are back. We want to give them what they want from us. We understand that they don't understand theater yet. We want it to become part of them. So they should also avail themselves so that we can also serve them and for them to also serve us by patronizing our tickets.
Okay.
So the future is bright. If only we don't do politics with the theater. That's what I would say.
Would there ever be a time where there'll be a collaboration between, let's say, Roman Production, Image Bureau, your production, Latif Abubakar, Fifi Coleman coming together to do something grandeur, like never ever happened? Would there be any time like that?
It is possible. But I'm not trying to disrespect anybody in the theater industry. Everybody's showing his superpowers in the theater industry.
Okay.
And that is what is killing us. It is possible that Uncle Ebo White can partner with Latif. But is Latif ready? Is Uncle Ebo also ready? Or is Riverman Production ready? Is Scribe Production ready to partner with Superfarm Networks? That is the readiness. I don't know the terms that Nashoko and George Quay have, but I believe that both of them are
synergy is working for them.
Yes, media space, so they understand each other. What happens to the other ones? I know of production houses that has collapsed because of misunderstanding among them.
Are you willing?
Yes, I'm willing. And even
have you ever tried or approached any like that? Or?
I've tried.
And what was the response?
I've tried, but everybody is showing his superpowers.
Oh, okay.
So everybody's trying to say that I'm there, so I'm there.
Okay. On that note, let me start off with my Rasta man here. Any question or any contribution to the conversation we had so far? Yeah.
I've just been wowed by the names he gives to his plays. I think they are interesting. Names are very, very important. Before somebody will ask for details, the first thing they will see is probably a name of an event. That's why when you are printing a flyer, it is bigger than any other thing on the flyer. How do you go about finding a particular name like Abena Koko? Abena Koko will draw attention. Like the other names you have had, how do you call it? The junction one was
Macall, Blue Kiosk,
Macall,
Just for Cities,
yes.
June, July.
Listen to
Kelewele Junction.
Kelewele Junction.
Yeah.
How do you get those names?
Those names are, I think they are part of us. Whatever we do, these things are part of us.
Okay.
But we don't pay attention to them.
Okay.
Like Asaase, how will they sound in your ears?
Yeah.
The earth, the people are part of the earth. Now we are giving them something. So I always pick my stories and my titles with the people, by the people and for the people, so that they become part of
Kwame Nkrumah.
Democratic.
So that is my key areas is my title.
Okay.
I always look at my title.
You want to come closer to the mic and then?
No, come
Okay.
here. I want to give you my mic.
Oh no!
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so my question is this: do you think that theater is being pushed so hard because of the lack of actual motion pictures? I mean, we don't have sound stages, and we don't have that, big movie opportunities.
That's what
And
we're going to
it's
talk
like-
about after this one, actually.
Oh,
Don't worry. Go ahead.
spoiler!
Don't worry. Nana Kofi is saying is just
I
behind.
wanted to get your opinion on that. Do you think you gravitated to theater because of the lack of opportunities in big motion pictures?
No. If I get your question again, I said no, but if I get your question again, you're trying to say that theater is, are we pushing very hard for theater?
Just
right?
because
Just because
film or movie
It's not.
is on the downside.
No, we have been pushing since. No, we have been pushing since. When you check, I was telling Mr. Nutako Francis,
Yeah.
Oxygen, that I always do a review with him, and at the end of the year, and tells him that this year theater has done well. Last year theater didn't do well. The audience are the same audience, are the same shared audience. We don't have new audience added to them. And those that come, they come because someone is on it. They come and watch, and then they just go. You don't look at the importance of it. So film is playing its role. We are playing our role. Film collapsed. They have their own reasons, and they are still struggling to identify their side, which their solutions are within them.
Okay.
They are beside them, but they are failing to identify it. Okay. We have identified our problem, and we are solving it. One thing that we lacked 4 years ago was consistency. We were not consistent, so all the market shifted to Uncle White. Now, when we became consistency, the audience now felt like, no, it's not only about the marriage. It's sometimes social vices are there, sometimes mental problems are there, sometimes this is there. So now we have a lot, and it has brought a lot of competition also into the industry that we are in. Okay. So consistency is doing a role for us, and we are doing our best. I don't know about film.
Okay. All right. I know see him will answer that one about film when he comes in. And then
Bossman, this question I was waiting to meet Francis and ask him. But okay.
See how he's a big man, so
let me ask you. So I want to know the theater producers. Are you guys building brands that can stand alone, or you are building your production outfits
to fit into the situation?
So based on the people that you bring on set. So let's say on your set, there is what are the people?
Let's give Clemento Suarez.
Okay, you have all
those
guys on.
Yes.
Now, your next production, if you don't have those guys on, are you able to attract
the numbers again?
The numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on the fact that they know that this man is so good at what he does, so it doesn't matter who is there.
So not like a star-studded cast.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a very good question. I think I've been having that discussion with Mr. Sean at the National Theatre. That what if today we don't have Uncle White? How will Riverman production perform? Because people are coming because of him. And 4 years ago, he changed the narrative by promoting Riverman, and he hid himself. Then when Riverman started picking, then he brought himself in again. So now people was looking at him and not Riverman. Now what if he's not there? How is he going to stand? The same thing happens to Andrew Tando.
Yeah.
When he was Riverman 6 to 7 years ago, people were coming because of him. So George Quay break the chain. Now Uncle White have to be smart and do what? Now start to sell his place and not Andrew again. And he was selling. Let's look at Superfarm Network. Superfarm mostly sell with the comedians.
Clemento, Tatia.
Now, when we go back, Superfarm did Our Day with the comedians. But when he came to do Our Day the second time, there was not enough comedians on it. Did they sell? Yes. Because the young ones coming pushed, because they pushed without the main people,
the main
people,
yeah.
And they positioned the Our Day play to their people. So when you are coming to watch the play, you're not coming to watch because of DeLong or this or that. Which I think I was having that discussion with Francis about 4 years ago, and was like, he's going to try, and we tried it, and it worked. But right now we are focusing on the stars, focusing on the names. Let's look at these names are no more there. How are we going to sell? That is the conversation I've been having.
Okay, so let's say Our Day is now a franchise.
Yes.
Well built and branded. It doesn't matter who is there. For a consumer, I know that once it's Our Day, when I step in, I'm coming to have an experience. Is that what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Okay.
But right now, the companies that are sponsoring to are looking at who is on it.
Well, they always want the numbers. They always want the numbers.
But the platform is not at they still play on the platform is not at the level where it's a standalone brand. It doesn't matter. So they will think that okay, Macall will bring, Uncle Fred will bring, so bring those guys in. But there is going to be talent saturation. I can't be watching the same people over and over again.
I think it's a gradual assimilation that will help. So you bring somebody, introduce a person, the big guy is there, or two big guys are there. The next moment you introduce the two big guys, make one person, bring two other younger ones, they get the attention, and gradually I think that will work.
What if they are not there?
You can't feed them out completely.
What if they are not there?
The younger ones,
Not if the senior ones are not there to sell your show.
You still should find a way to sell it.
So that is
it's the content at the end of the day.
Yes. So to the bass production, all my plays I don't sell with famous faces. I don't put big names on it.
Okay.
I sell the content, and not the people.
Yeah.
Because if I am building a brand that if tomorrow I'm not there, somebody should be able to run Agape and sell like Kasapreko. Sorry if I'm bringing that.
Oh, bring them.
Kasapreko.
Please tell them to bring an invoice.
is selling. I always feel motivated from there. He's selling because we don't know the one behind Kasapreko, but they are selling.
Right.
They are selling the content.
Right.
They're not selling the person, the owner of the
business.
You get it. So that is where the whole thing.
Uncle, you have the last take on this one.
Oh, do you make money from your?
Critical, very critical.
It doesn't make money.
Yes, it's challenging. It's very challenging. The theaters, because Ghanaians don't understand it. I always say that
the question was simple. Do you make money?
We don't make money
because you don't have a production head that organizes these events every week, almost every day. It is only look at the season. Okay, people have collected their money at the end of the month. Let us put something there so that I get a pension.
We don't have a live nation who will say that so I have a line of production houses who do theater. I'm the production outfit. I'm giving you 100K. Bring your people and run it. I'll take the.
I think National Theatre is doing that. When is it theater?
They give you money.
No, they give us a space.
Money is very critical.
But renting the space. No, theater does this. When is it theater? They give you the space, lights, sets, even give you welfare, food. So at the end of the play, you have 60-40 with them.
Okay.
They take 60, you take 40.
Oh, okay.
So you're just working.
You're just working with your product.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And that's every Wednesday. They do that to the young.
Wednesday theater. Where does it happen?
At the Folks Place.
Oh, Folks Place.
Yes,
Okay.
at the National Theatre.
And do we export our this? When Umoja came here in 2011, I was part of the crew in terms of sound.
Okay.
Charlie, the way the guys made money, going from country to country with that kind of dance, and it has been
they're showing the
backstage. I saw me party.
That's harassment. That's harassment.
It's more than GRA tax.
No, but you see what he's saying is true. One thing that we've not been able to do well is to put these theaters and our culture and messaging together and export it. The last time I checked on YouTube, this video, baby shagu is the highest stream video on YouTube.
Coco Melon.
Coco Melon. No,
it's still part of Coco Melon.
Okay, part of Coco Melon.
Coco Melon.
Yeah, it's part of Coco Melon. Yeah.
The last time
my kid was just watching it.
We have over 350 million Africans in the diaspora who have no connection with us. They don't know what we eat. They don't know what we drink, how we dress. Everything that they know is from the white man. This is even cascading to our kids. My son is, I'm hungry, Dad, I want burger. Since when there's food, when you're hungry, you eat burger. But it's programming and what they see. And as Africans, we've not been deliberate about it. So for you guys, I think sometimes you guys need to package these things and try and ship it out there or put it on YouTube so that our brothers out there will also see, because there's nothing for them to look at.
That is such a good idea.
There's nothing for them to look at. They were born in the diaspora. They are in the system. They can't even find their feet. They are being hated on. They are not even loved that much. And there's nothing for them to look at too. So please, let's look at that as well.
All right. So Francis, I'll give you last words. Maybe you want to acknowledge some people. You want to tell us the next thing you're gonna do, and then we'll wrap up, please.
So I first of all, I want to say a very big thank you to Asaase Radio for giving me the opportunity to.
Our pleasure.
Yes.
It's the first time here, right?
Yeah, my first time.
Okay, we have to baptize you after. So.
And then to Ayalolo, though it was very challenging. They really drained me, and then National Theatre for always being there, and then to my crew, and then to my mom who didn't believe it until he saw it. Like, Charlie, we they make history, we do them. Then I was like, hey, we do them. First was like, hey, me no have any mini. I'm a chalk, but hey. I was like, you don't understand it. Let me finish. When I finish, you understand it. And then to my mom, Victorious, and to my wonderful people, Agape Arts Production, to management, to everybody, and then to Mr. Francis Nutako. That's
Oxygen.
my role model. Oxygen. Yeah.
Why do you call him Mister? He's my small boy.
You
don't know.
He's not a Kubolo. He's usually here every Saturday. Now and there, he doesn't mind us.
Oh, is our minister in making?
Oh, we know. You need to tell us. He's our man. We know him.
Yeah, he's our minister in
Yes.
and then God willing, 27th of September we have our 27th play. We are having it on 27th of September. This is our 27th play in 9 years. And then in December we are doing 20th and 21st Bass Theatre. We are thinking about the street again. Christmas in the Bass. And then on 10th of January we are doing another play about social welfare. The kids. We want the kids to also, like the way you said, is that we are involving the kids, but on the very critical areas, fire outbreak in our homes.
Okay.
So we want us to look at that area, and parents neglecting their kids, living because they had their own problems. But how do we solve them? They are not healed. How do they heal their children? So let's look at that angle. So on the 10th of January, God willing. And I think
Nana Kofi Esehene, professionally known as Nana Esehene, is a multifaceted Ghanaian creative whose work spans from film, design, advertising, photography, fashion, brand communication. Yeah, we're going to talk about brands again. He was born sometime in June in the 80s. He's quite grown, but you see him as a small boy. No. Ghana, he has established a significant presence in the creative industry since 2009, directed over 100 music videos and several commercials, collaborated with prominent African artists such as Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, R2Bs, Mr. Easy, Ice Prince, Papi Kojo, Aigbe Dem, and so many more. Served as a creative director and lead consultant at NKACC, his brand and communication company. His consultancy extends into film, design, photography, content production, and branding across various industries. And he's joined us here to have that beautiful conversation about the film industry. What's new? And to let you know, he's also been nominated for some awards that we're going to talk about also. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who wearing a cap titled Pray.
That's it. Thanks.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've done. People know you as the man behind most of the music video directions. You directed hundreds of them. Talk about Sarkodie and all that. What got you into that space?
Wow. How do I even start? Was there a space? I guess it was just as things were rolling, I just happened to find myself watching a music video. I'm like, I can do this. And then I just decided to do music videos. But most importantly for me, it was like my training in film, because the music video space gives you liberty to create, but also create in context of, say, the song, but also there's narrative, and then there's being able to communicate with your audience. So that was for me.
Put it there for me briefly. You mentioned training in film.
Yeah.
I had a youngster who is into the movie space 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, Melvin Dane.
Okay.
Being used by Shelley often.
Okay.
He tells me there's no film training institution here in Ghana. Even NAFTICRA is not giving us enough as in people in the film industry. How true is that?
I don't think that's true. Reason why I'm saying that is I think that so right now in the film industry there are people who are professionally trained and people who are self-taught.
Here in Ghana.
Yes. I mean, the world is at a space where it doesn't matter whether you went to school and got a degree or you are a producer and you've produced a hit song like Guilty Beats. It's just the world is going to a point where you are validated by the kind of work you put out. So yes, school helps, and I think the school helps when you get into certain rooms and have certain conversations. Okay. But really, it's about the product. So if you're self-taught and you can dedicate yourself to studying, you can also produce the same product as somebody who's gone to school can, or vice versa, or you may not be able to. So I think it's about the product, and it's about the viability of what you're doing in its audience, or where it has to be. I mean, I think that's the most important point.
I think it makes sense now that GCEC also are now chasing people who are using professorial titles, abusing it and all that, and trying to clamp down on all that. So education bit is not too much of importance here.
I mean,
it's
it
about
is
what you put out there.
It is. I think what education does is it gives you discipline, right? Being able to go to school for 3 or 4 years, studying under a professor who will take you through certain things, make you learn certain things that you may not think would be applied immediately. But later on in life, you realize that it gives you an edge over somebody who's self-taught, unless of course that person also on the street gets himself a certain edge over you. So I think school is important. Let's not discount it and say it is not important. It is very important.
Over 100 music videos. How did you come about that?
I think it was you do one thing, someone likes it, and I think the thing that makes the music video space interesting is when you do something that's different, everybody wants something different. So then they come to you to do something different for them till they think they find somebody else who's doing something that they think is different, and then they go to that person. Well, so you have to reinvent yourself, and for me it's been a cycle of reinventing myself, going back to the basics and offering the best I can to the artists who are primarily my clients and the audience, because the validation comes from both the artists and the audience. So after doing that for a certain period, you reinvent yourself, you do it again, and at a point you get tired of doing it, and then you move on to the next day. I'm not tired, but I just don't feel challenged to do lots of music videos anymore because of, one, budgets, two, people's idea of the ideas people have in their heads have become limited. Plus, when you show them a big idea that challenges them, they back off. Yeah. So if I find something that has a good idea, and the artist is willing to collaborate, not even because of the money, but willing to collaborate, I think I would do something.
I asked because some few weeks ago, once again, I had a conversation with one of the ministers of God, Pastor Patrick Martin. He's a musician, and he says he doesn't see the need to do music videos nowadays because it's, for him, it's a waste of money, one, and then you waste your time to do that, and of course it doesn't even fetch because you don't even get to have them played often as it should.
I think
has it got to do with?
I think is right to a point. Okay. Then also your audience. I mean, you're doing music videos for an audience that may not necessarily value or give you value, not necessarily monetarily, but give you certain value in return. I mean, so then what's the point? But then in the same scenario, there are artists who are putting a lot of work into their music videos, and they are getting the attention that they deserve. The music video space is just like a film space. It goes through the same cycle: the product development, the production, obviously testing your market so that your production is in line with what your market wants, or the market you want to enter, and then there's the marketing of it and the visibility and the publicity and all of that. We do the music videos and we think that everybody will rush to our YouTube channel to go and watch it. No, it's an asset. It's a marketing asset that you can use. So when we end halfway, we shouldn't think we'll get those returns. I mean, so I understand where he's coming from, but for somebody else to, it will work. So
are people still doing music videos?
Yeah, people are doing amazing music videos. I think the music video space in Ghana is really good now. The only thing is, I think our habits of consumption have changed. So now we are used to short form, 15 second, 30 second. So that's habits that we've all developed consciously or unconsciously of moving on quickly is what is maybe affecting music videos. So you probably watch it once and then, okay, that's it, and then you move on. That's the era we're in right now. So it takes a lot more work. What it's also doing is making the artist also not putting too much work, because I did not after 2 days now. But meanwhile, our neighbors are also doing, they're hitting 100,000 views, 2 million views, etc. Because the music video is just a start of a conversation. You need to continue the conversation. Okay. So if you don't continue the conversation, you won't get your worth out of a music video.
Interesting. All right. Before we get into the most critical part for which you are here, you also diversified your portfolio into fashion.
That was actually my first love. After uni, I started a fashion label. I stopped, and because of a partnership that went wrong, I started. I mean, and it's a Ghana for it. It's normal. Well, it wasn't like on the trail, but I learned a few lessons. So then, I mean, I stayed in fashion for a while. I did a few fashion shows with Kofi Ansan, etc. Won some awards here and there. But at that time, I guess my fashion sense and what I wanted to do in terms of product Ghanaians weren't ready for it, so I had to take a step back. I'm back in there now because now we've evolved. Our taste has evolved, and we understand couture, we understand prêt-à-porter, etc. So it's a good space to be in now.
What exactly about the fashion space that drives you? Like,
see, the thing is, for me, the idea of using fashion, music videos, film, brand advertising as mediums for me is what does it for me. I'm not a graphic designer, I'm not a photographer, I'm not a filmmaker. I am a storyteller, and certain times I have certain ideas in my head that may only work in fashion, so then I end up using fashion, or sometimes I'll augment my fashion with my film. So for me, I see all these things as certain people with their careers. For me, they are just mediums to operating. So you never know, maybe I'll do something else in the near future that I haven't done before. But yeah, that's how I thrive.
All right. So now your main focus you are gravitated to is the filmmaking.
Is it main? No, actually, well, I find film interesting because it's like an amalgamation of everything I do. So my ideas, my thoughts, how I create, I can exercise all those muscles in the medium of film. Yeah, because I've done some music in the past and all that. So for me, it's like the sweet spot now. Yeah, whether it's a documentary, whether it's a narrative fiction, it's still, I mean, sort of like, it's a sweet spot for me now. For now.
How would you describe our space as you find it?
Which space? Creative space?
The movie
space.
The film space.
I don't like separating the film space from the music space. So let me just say, I'll say movie, but I'm talking also about a creative space. I feel like our problems are shared, and our problems are basic, and our opportunities are also shared, and they are basic. And the problems you find in music are the same problems you find in film. It's just how it manifests itself. And I think the solutions are almost all the same. Like I heard you speaking before I came in there, and most of the problems that you bring up, the musicians, if we were surrounded by musicians, they would say the same. If they were surrounded by fashion designers, they probably say the same thing. So I think it's a creative industry thing now. Maybe also comes from our perception of what the creative is. From the past, creativity has been seen as an embellishment. Like that kind of thing to make it nice. But really, creativity is like the base of everything. Design is the beginning of everything. And I think that's the orientation. That's why we have these problems. It will take us time. Maybe the next 30, 40 years we'll get there. But at least we are making progress towards that orientation.
Indeed. Well, so at this moment,
yeah,
I just give a highlight or a bit of what is happening, for instance, with Shelley.
Yeah.
That the fact that upon all that she's done so far, none of them got her that big recognition.
Yeah.
And the one she had to spend a month in Nigeria to do.
Yeah.
I think the movie is Stitches.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's been nominated. So, honestly, like I don't get it. So none of what she's done here spends most of her year Sparrow Productions. Now, until recently, she even diversified into theater art. Yeah. The Honeymoon, something that she did recently. Yeah. That's the one in Nigeria. Mom got her attention. Why so? How did that happen?
I think every industry has systems. Every industry has systems, and there's a hierarchy, and there's a way things work. What we do here, whether voluntarily or involuntarily, whether it's intentional or not, is we cut out certain things. So our consumption scope is very small, right? So to get your film nominated by TIFF or any other film festival, it has to go through certain things. There's the you turn in the film, and then there's the vetting process. And even when you're presenting the film, what assets you present the film itself, maybe a DCP. You probably do it with subtitles, with English, with French, the marketing material, the stills, the director's statement, all of that. Now, an average Ghanaian production will not go through all of that, because the cycle is produce, screen, make your money, share, back.
Way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now we are in development. Like my production company, we're in development of like 6 different projects, and we've been doing that for the past 2 years. We haven't shot a frame yet, but we're still developing, because we are rewriting the script, we're doing pitches, we're applying for funding, etc. After all that is done, that becomes a blueprint for the film itself to be made. But whilst you're doing that, you know that you're thinking, okay, who's going to distribute this for me? Which festival am I going to apply for? Should I skew my script to fit that festival? After you do all of that and you finish filming, naturally you're just picking up the plan and continuing. So the plan is not silver bed, 60-40, 50-50, next film. That's not where it ends. And then if you're fortunate, it ends up on Amazon Prime. There's a whole festival route where you have to go from festival to festival, show it at different places, use the film to open doors so you can speak about the ideas behind the film, the PR, and then eventually ends up on a streaming platform. And then there's the marketing that the streaming platform will do and what you will do. So it's a whole cycle.
And how do you explain this to Kumawood producer?
So the thing is, the biggest problem in Ghana is we've segmented it when we shouldn't segment it. I was talking somewhere a few days ago, and somebody was saying that so you see that's a problem in the film industry, and then the audience, blah 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 blah. And I asked him, do we have the numbers of the audience of those like Kumawood? Do we have their audience? We are part of their audience, and they have their audience, but they are not part of our audience. And notice I said because and then they have their thing. Has anybody thought about the North? What kind of films do they watch? What do they do for entertainment? So what we've done is we've segmented it, and we are struggling. But I dare say a country like Nigeria has put everything together. So then when they take a step, it's like a mighty step of several people. So that step has its advantages for several. Everybody benefits. So instead of dividing things, maybe what we should do in this country is we should consolidate everything. I mean, one of the most interesting experiences for me directing was when I worked with Kumawood actors on a commercial, and they're one of the most professional people you can deal with. We always say, when they go on set, they just do anything anyhow. It's because there's that space for them to explore. So you think it's a certain level of arrogance. No, they are just that good. And this actor I worked with gave me options and will come to me, do you like my performance? I think it should be like this because the emotion of the character is this and that. And I was shocked because then I was going in with a certain level of prejudice. And that is the problem, because what if Shelley directs Lil Wayne? Have you thought about it? Yeah. So maybe Shelley's take with Lil Wayne would be a different thing, and we'll get everybody from the north to Ghana to watch. So instead of talking about the problems and dividing it and chopping it up, okay, let's put everything together into one basket and see what advantage that each side brings to the other. Why right now, if you want a song in your film, most likely you would have to reach out to the person who owns the catalog or the distribution company. Most likely it would not be a Ghanaian company, even if you want a Ghanaian artist in your film. And the artists go like, put my music in your film. I will, but I have to send emails and deal with the distribution company, etc., 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 which is fine, which is the right thing to do. But what if there's a system that allows Ghanaian,
for instance,
exactly, scoring, or even the music, Ghanaian songs, have a system that they can, or Ghanaian films have a system where they can buy into Ghanaian songs. Okay. So it's like a local thing. And then you probably sign another license when it's going international. These are the things that we need to do. We need to solve our problems our way. Because when we start looking at the international way of solving the problems, we don't have what it takes. Or we are not ready to do what it takes. You know?
I see. So here's the case. You have now focused a bit. I'm saying this. Yeah. Focus a bit in the film. At what point did you realize that, okay, with all these creative ideas that I have, let me now get into a bit of the filming aspect of it? And which one was the first?
I think it was, I don't know exactly what, but I think I have an idea. I think I read a phrase or something that spoke about how creatives need to own their work. How whenever there's an executive producer who is a creative, the project goes better than when an executive producer is not a creative, right? And then what it taught me was that as artists we need to start getting rich the right way. We need to start getting rich. Yes.
Caveat.
Conversation for another day. So that we can call the shots. Right? So for me, I said, okay, fine. The only way I can, as a filmmaker now, if I put out a feature film that makes the rounds in film festivals around the world, and I probably own just 10% of it, and I make the film grosses over, say, almost $1 million, that's about $100,000 for me. I know what $100,000 can do for me in a country like Ghana, and I know the opportunities it will create for the team I work with and the young people around me. So I decided, okay, fine, let's start doing short films. Let's use short films to understand the international market. And our music videos are nice, but our movies are not nice in terms of look and feel. It's because of cost. So then if I can do a short film 7 minutes, 6 minutes, and still maintain the quality, then I prove to the world that I did this with $8,000. If you give me 80, I'm going to give you 80 minutes of this quality. If you give me more than 80, you know I can do it. It's like proof of concept. So I'm using short films as a proof of concept. And I'm not the first person to do this in Ghana. A lot of filmmakers have been doing this. A lot of filmmakers have gotten nominations across the world. A lot of filmmakers have had their films shown in theaters around the world. But their publicity isn't done within Ghana. It's done around the world. And once in a while we hear it and we go like, oh, Ghanaian born filmmaker, this and that and that and that. Yeah, but they are doing it. So it's nothing new. What Shirley has done is great, but it's not new. I'm sure the other nominations she's gotten, but it didn't become public in our space like that, you know.
Then take us to the classroom a little bit. This is
me too, I'm also learning.
Film 101.
Yeah.
What are the rudiments, the fundamentals, for instance, to have a proper movie or a film?
Hey. That's a lot. I mean, I think story is key. Story.
What should a story be? What should it
a story should be interesting for its audience. There are stories that are not interesting in certain audience, but will be interesting for certain people. I mean, so I think is that fine line of balancing your story for your audience. The two things you have to identify. This is my story, and this is my audience. My audience is if you do a story for an audience of 3. And all the 3 people watch it, it's a blockbuster, but it's for 3 people. If you do a story that would hit for 1 million people, and half of them watch, that's 500,000. You know, so it's this story and the audience, that relationship, and every other thing lies in between. So then, okay, this is my audience. Is this a thriller? Is it drama? Is it action? Is it comedy? Okay, if it's comedy, how do I make a comedy? How do I, through the process, make sure that I keep a smile on their face to the end? It has to be quality. The story has to be told right. Don't make technical mistakes that detract your audience and go like, what's happening? Even a lay person who doesn't know anything about film knows when your sound is bad. You know, so we have to be technically competent throughout the process. And whilst you're doing that, okay, what am I going to do with this film after? The people who are not in my core audience, will they love it? How do I sell it to them? So it's like a process from the beginning to the end, and most importantly, it has to be excellent, or at least it has to be good.
So the most important thing has to be the storyline.
I think that's where you start from. Filmmakers will say the log line, like how do you tell your story in 2 lines for somebody to go like, interesting, I want to know about that. You know, so yeah.
Okay. All right, please don't, if you have any questions, don't hold back. If you have any comments along the line, don't hold back. Come in and let me know so that we just talk to him. He's an expert, so yeah.
Please, I'm learning.
He's been around for decades. All right, Nana. So you get a storyline. What next do you do?
Will I even remember it step by step? But I think a storyline, a story, and then your script. Your script is like your blueprint, because the script is what you give to. If you're a writer, that's what you give to the director. That's what you give to the art director, the music person. So your screenplay or your script is the most important thing, because that's the blueprint. Is that the lyrics to your song? You can't harm it. You have to add lyrics to it. So that is like the key thing. If you have a strong script, then it becomes a good starting point to do whatever you want to do. Okay, cool, this is it, but let's go this direction. Let's change this character. Let's make the person this. Because the script writer usually would have delved into the character. This person, what else could you like? What else could you not like? What could you watch? Could you eat fufu instead of gari? Like all those things. Do all of that. So the scriptwriter would have done all of that. So the script becomes the basic unit or the blueprint for the film going forward.
Does the grammar matter here?
Yes, it matters, of course. You have to communicate. But you see, it shouldn't stop you from writing, because another thing that we should learn is a director outside in Hollywood would get a writer, and that writer may not necessarily be the same person writing the screenplay. Do you get my point?
So please explain here the screenplay and the writer. What is it?
I mean, the screenplay is like the The writer could probably just write the story. Kojo went here and then this happened. Meanwhile, he did da. And the screenplay the person who writes the screenplay will pick it up and say, scene 1, act 1, opening to a shot of this exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And even in series, you have a team of writers. You can have 10 writers writing a series, and it makes it easy because when you think it's going blue, Kwame says no, let's make it green, and then you figure out how blue turns into green, and that conflict of trying to resolve it is what when the audience would go like, oh wow, I didn't see this coming. Yes, it's because there's that collaborative effort between people. One person can do it, but I don't think it's the best way to go about it. So I mean, it's the collaboration. Writers you can have like 20 writers or 10 writers depending on how you're able to manage the process.
I asked this because it has to do with Kumawood movies, for instance.
Yeah.
They are done in local language.
Yeah.
So, but I know they write it most often in English, but then translating it into a local dialect, it changes a bit because it's not, you can't get every translation for every English word.
Yeah.
So how then do you spend so much time writing a very perfect, almost perfect or excellent script, and then you hand it over to a local actor or cast, and then he's supposed to interpret it into the local language, and then he misses out certain key things.
I think that's the work of a director or the script supervisor, because basically, and I find that very interesting because the process of translating a script from English to Chi is also a whole different world that embellishes the character or makes it softer or makes it harder. Because I mean, you watch films and the person probably says something in Chi, and then we read it in English and it's 2 words, and I wonder, but that's not what the person said. you get my point. So I think that's a very interesting exercise. Write the thing in English, but then let someone sit down, let the director sit down with the actor and try and capture the essence of what the person said. Because like I said, if you built your character right, you know that Kwame Dia on pen kwasiasem, the thing you said in English seems like something he would not say. So those are all the things that guide the translation of a script. Also know that if you are doing this film and you want to reach out to an international audience, let the person deliver the script in Chi, but then the script that you've written in English becomes the subtitle file that you add to it. So somebody in America will not speak Chi, but then they turn on the subtitles and they can read the script as is. So no work is bad work. It has its place and where it will come in later in the process.
When last did you watch any Ghanaian movie?
When last I watched a Ghanaian movie? Maybe last week. I watched lots of things. I think sometime last month I watched The Boy Kumaseni, which is an old film. And the reason why I watched it, I wanted to understand how Ghana was then in the 50s, and that film gave me a lot of insight, even visually to what Ghana was.
Anything current so far?
Last things I watched were short films. I went to an event and I watched some short films, some very interesting short films.
The reason for asking is I want to know where you think we've gotten to with the current things that we are churning out.
I think, like I said, I think there's a divide. The chopping up is too much.
The chopping out.
We've divided ourselves and we're in cliques. I think it's too much. I can watch every Ghanaian film from every space and tell you what is wrong with it. And the thing that's wrong with it is in the other space.
Cross-border issues.
Yeah. So someone will tell you that when I watch Shirley's movies, I feel like they're too upscale. Yes, that's where she comes from. That's her language, right? But if you don't want the upscale, it means that the thing that's not upscale is another sector. And then you watch another side of Ghanaian, some of the short films, and say it's too abstract, it's too Gen Z. Yes, because that's how they think. And then you watch the Kumawood and you're like, technically the sound is bad. Yes, because the Gen Z people now have the technology. And I know people who didn't go to NAFTA, but they're great cinematographers. You see, so instead of like I said, dividing ourselves, maybe we should start looking at Asaase Messi has what I want. So let me go and talk to Asaase Messi and say, Charlie, come, let's collaborate. Because the really, the 30 or 35 million people in Ghana, we are all sharing that same audience. Right? So maybe how do we get into the other audiences in Africa till we connect?
Okay. So 2 of your short films have been nominated. Is it Ahi? Ahi, and then there's another one. Wrong Way. Yeah. Exactly. What went into both?
So Ahi is the first one we did. We had a script for a while. It was sometime last year, I think, or last 2 years, and there's a lot of talk on air about how our politicians are doing this and that. People were saying, and people are not, we had the Sakawa people, and it was just a lot of talk about how people were not what they seemed they were. And the script is very, very sexual, you'd say. So I was holding back on, okay, let me not do this. But I woke up one morning, I was like, you know what, that's the truth. And maybe one thing that art should do is question us using the art.
You should collaborate with Sokwe. He's very.
What's nice?
Maybe he's too hot. Yeah, you know. But is it that art? That's what art is. Art can be like that, where you go like, or art can actually spark interest in people, and they go like, yeah, this is true. I don't know anybody who's watched that short film who jubilates. Everybody gets very gets uncomfortable, and that's what we wanted that film to be. Okay. It's been nominated in like 4 or 5 film festivals around the world, which is a good thing. But primarily,
have you realized that we here in Ghana have not even have a taste of it?
It's so the funny thing is it's on YouTube. It is on YouTube.
Is it that it wasn't marketed enough for us to chance
in my circles? It's been marketed.
Okay.
But the thing is, because of the subject, people are not sharing. People come and talk to me, I like this film, is this, but they will not share it. Because as Ghanaians,
we don't want to share the link with
yes, I will. I'll let you have it. We don't want to be the one who criticized someone, but we'll say it behind the back. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Okay.
You know. So it's there. I'll let you have it.
Okay.
And then the second one, Wrong Way, was there's a feature film we're working on, and we were having a meeting, and I realized that the team I had built, we hadn't worked on anything together yet. So Wrong Way was a script we had. We decided, okay, fine, let's use the same crew, same gear and everything. Let's shoot this and let's exercise. And also Wrong Way is also talks about karma, how we do things without thinking about what the implications are in our own lives, but it can turn around and be like a shot in our face ourselves. So yeah, that's what Wrong Way is.
Were these all shot in Ghana?
Yeah, all shot in Ghana. All shot in 1 day, maybe 1.5 days. Yeah.
How was the budget like? I see people run away from you because is it in Anakofi saying the Okwa an arm and a leg?
Yeah, they will, because they usually come with an arm and a leg concepts. They want to go to the moon, they want to do this, and then when you tell them the budgets, they're like, oh, but why? But that's the thing, that's the truth. If you want, you see, they come to you because of what you've done for someone, but then when you tell them what it takes, like something I don't compromise is with, I pay my crew well. I don't compromise on that, because I think voiceovers, because we are trying to build a creative industry that has credibility, and if we are faithful in the small things, we can be faithful in the big things. Too much of the this person used me and did not pay me. It's getting too much, because one person wants to be rich once. It has to stop. So I make sure I pay people right. I make sure I take out insurance when I'm going on set with my crew. You never know what will happen. I make sure that we do the paperwork, we pay our taxes, we do all that.
I mean, typical insurance.
Yeah, because what if somebody falls on your set and breaks their leg? And you go to the hospital, it means I have to pay for that person. But if I take out insurance, which is just like 1% of the budget, or what the person is making on the set. So if the person is making 2,000 cedis, take out 1% of that, take out insurance for the person. If something happens, the insurance company has to make sure that the person is right. Because we're in an industry that insurance in Ghana hasn't figured out how to insure our equipment yet. They will say, oh, if it's in the room, I'll insure it, because it's covered under property. But the moment you take it out of a room, I won't insure it. So what happens to all the wedding photographers who have gear that's been stolen every day? You know, so these are some of the things that, anyway, what was I talking about? So yeah, I mean, I make sure I pay everybody right. In that same thing, it affects the budget of the things we do. It doesn't make it expensive, but everybody leaves happy, or at least content to a point, you know. So these short films were not too expensive, but we had to fund it ourselves. I didn't pay everybody. Some people, so I don't own the film. My production company owns it with everybody who did a part of it. So if today somebody buys it and say, oh, this film, we want to put you on this thing, we're giving you $10,000. I know when I take the 10,000, I'll share with a number of people. Same thing. And I think, you see, and that's the way forward, because I I don't have $10,000 to put into something, but the people around me are worth much more than that. So if we can only understand and go together, then we can open bigger doors.
I asked a question. I'm gonna get my panelists involved in a bit after this question. So I asked a question to the young man who seated right where you were before you came in with the theater hat. Collaboration.
Yeah.
I've not seen much of it. So the giants coming together to do greater things. So for instance, you, maybe Shelley, and then maybe who else can I? Maybe Lil Wayne. I hear this movie. Somebody has duplicated something similar in Nigeria. The one he did for Tuari, Tuari. Yeah. So some like you coming strong houses coming together to do something. Would that ever happen?
Yeah, it's happening.
When and
it's happening. It happens. See, the thing is, for a collaboration to happen, one person has to take the lead.
Definitely.
The person taking the lead is not necessarily the best person, but for that project, that person will probably know the way. But he may not be, or she may not be the person driving the car. He may be sitting there and saying, yeah. One person will be driving the car. If the car breaks down, there'll be somebody in that same bus who would fix the bus. I think it's about acknowledging how you fit into the bigger vision. At the end of the day, if we all get there alive, then we can chop. But if we don't get there alive, nobody chops. And I think that's the problem. Everybody wants the credit, and I'm the director and this and that, but it's not always like that. There have been projects I've been on where I've been an assistant director, and I've had to work hard so that the director of the project
will shine.
Exactly. You can't always shine. One person shines this time, the next person shines this time, and that's a concept we need to understand in this country. Winning is not just you on the podium. Winning is not because the spotlight is on you alone. Winning means that as a collective, we've gotten to a point that everybody will get what they want, So I think collaborations are happening, but it takes a lot of sacrifice and swallowing of ego that we usually don't like doing. But I think we're getting there. All it would take is one big project to happen, and for people to say, okay, this is the project, and this is how much we made, and this is how this person and this person and this person made. Money has a way of giving people context and getting them. So hopefully, if I get funding for my feature film and we make over $1 million, we'll declare and let everybody know. I mean, Jerry will come for us, but hey, we'll declare and let everybody. And then maybe that will give people like tangible reason to say, okay, let's also collaborate or something.
So far, it's short films. Are we looking at a longer film, bigger films, and then also are you inviting scripts?
Yeah. We actually have so projects we have in production. We have 3 features in development. We have one ready to go into production. We have a documentary that's ready to go into production. We've started working on, but we're funding it ourselves. We're now looking for funding and a few other things. So the idea is to build a content slate owned by Ghanaians. Then we can use that to open certain doors, because the Nigerians own their content and they are opening the doors. So we also need to open the door. So if right now, if anybody out there wants to invest in film and they think it is not lucrative, it is. It's just that the creatives also need to learn to do the due diligence, do the money research, do the paperwork and all that. And there are filmmakers out there who in Ghana here who can do that. So if anybody wants to invest, please.
Is the YouTube thing helping?
YouTube. You see, the thing about YouTube is not, you don't make money off views. You make money off the ads on your views.
Oh, rather.
Yes. So quality is important.
You didn't know.
I'm gobsmacked.
Yeah.
I thought when they put it there, they are getting everybody watch. I see 1 million views, 1,000 views. I mean
yeah. So if I'm Coca-Cola and I think that okay, I'm doing a campaign on say togetherness, and your content fits that. I mean that ad goes on your content, and Coca-Cola will pay more than say the girl doing Sobolo down the street. So then there's more money coming through, and if a person clicks the ad and there's a follow-up, okay, then there's more money that comes to the owner of that content, so yes, it's a way, but there are other ways. There are better ways. So if you do the content and you put it on YouTube, that's it.
I'll come back and ask you about the Nigerian complaining and the other issues happening. But I would like our first lady here to be the first to ask a question or a comment. Or please, Yeah, you have none. All right, please shift the microphone a little bit to your side.
Okay, first of all, I wanted to compliment you on your statement about how your creative is what it is, and you see where it fits, whether it's fashion, music, and it seems that you've risen to the level where you can choose, right?
Sort of.
Yes. Okay, well, that was my first thing, but I also think that's amazing. That's like the ultimate threat. What I wanted to know from you is, since you're involved in all of those sects, AI has been a huge influence in a lot of things, and I want to hear your take on that.
Okay. So a lot of people are scared of AI. And they should be, actually, because I mean, if you're the kind of person that hasn't put in the work, and you don't have a skill, yes, you have to be scared, because AI will only create and learn from what we put out there as the base for it. So there was an example I read where someone said in the late 1800s, all the painters were painting realistic things. Everybody was doing realistic things. And then the camera was invented. The moment the camera was invented, do you think the artists then got scared?
No.
Some got scared, some didn't get scared. And it's funny enough, those who didn't get scared decided to become impressionists. So they started painting sunsets with how they felt and not how it looked. So then they were expressing from a place that nobody knew and became something new. I think AI would win out the people who are just on the surface.
Yeah.
But what it would do is it would empower those who are really, really, really doing the work. Do I use AI? Yes, I have chats with my AI and we have conversations about everything, food and everything, right? It helps me eliminate options. In my creative process, I can use AI to do something. I mean, and even as I was reading that even if you use AI in a film and you're submitting for film festivals, you need to state that AI. And even Instagram, when you're posting something, you need to say. But then again, it's because you're using it as the end product. But if it's not the end product and it's something is like a way to shock your creativity into life, AI is a great thing, because it will take me 10 minutes to Google all these pages, bookmark them, and okay, this is what it says. AI just spits it out for me, which means I can work faster and better. So I don't think people should be scared. I mean, some should be. I am not, but hey, that's the world. And I'm sure after AI, other things will come up. So yeah,
if you're alive.
Yes.
Anyways.
Yes.
Macall.
Yes. I'd say I'm a great fan.
Thank you.
And I saw bits of your work before I even entered into music videos.
Okay.
And I think you're one of the few guys that changed how our music videos were from the past. Because your works, especially this music video, the one you did, was the Castro Sarko there.
Hallelujah.
I don't know.
Adonai,
rather.
South African concept.
Yeah.
It was different. It was there. And after that, we saw a lot of Ghanaians going to South Africa to go and shoot music videos.
Yeah.
Before that, hardly would you say Ghanaian travel to South Africa. Probably go to London, go to US to go and shoot music videos. But after that, we saw R2Bs go there.
Yeah.
We have seen. I think you also did something with R2Bs there.
There, no, but I've done stuff with
R2Bs.
R2Bs.
Perfect. Are you putting together something about training, seminars, skill hub, something?
Especially when we are being told that we don't have a film industry here in Ghana.
So people can come and tap the knowledge before.
Are you going to sponsor it for us?
Yes.
He has money.
Yes.
We be a marketing idea now.
Yes. I think he has answered my question now today. Yeah, I mean, maybe to talk about something too that I feel is very important is the young ones of today don't like learning. Or let me just say they like learning.
Yeah,
like learning. It has to be quick. Like
Exactly.
Like pack all 16 years of experience, put in a tablet, let me swallow, and then okay, I know. No, there's a certain level of mistakes you need to make now, so you don't make them later, because it will cost you money and time and literally your life sometimes. So that's the problem. The fact that they don't like learning. I'm planning a master class. I'm like, I'll do it next week, and I slow down and stuff like that because life is busy. But yeah, it's something I want to do. But also, I think that there's so much knowledge on YouTube. I mean, I'm on YouTube learning everything, learning about new cameras, learning about almost everything's on YouTube. So yes, I think people should just get into the habit of learning. Will I do a class? Yeah, I've done like master classes in the past, and I have one that I'm working on, maybe 2 or 3. But yeah, I mean, so if people will learn, we'll give out the knowledge. I also think that it's just sometimes just reach out to somebody who you think has gone above you and tell the person, Charlie, I like what you're doing. Help me. Be my mentor. Guide me. I've done this work. What do you think? Don't go to the person when you haven't done anything. So, I want to be a director. Okay, the first thing I ask you is, what have you directed? It's that, nothing yet, but you know. I hear that a lot, yeah.
Uncle Fred.
Yeah, I'm a lover of film. I think my first experience of watching a film in the theater was in 1973. 74, yeah, Enter the Dragon. Thank you.
What the name?
In 1979,
Anyway.
Bruce Lee.
in 1979, I was going to watch
Your friend Dragon.
I was going to watch a film at the Rex Cinemas
Yeah.
during the revolutionary time. I think was it in July? I was nearly killed at the Rex Cinema because at that time cigarette was an essential commodity, and then someone had packed that stuff in my bag while I was away, and I used my bag as a decoy for me to form the queue, and then somebody put cigarettes in. So I never had the chance of being on location when Kyei Mensah was shooting Library in African Port in 1980 at the Abraka Market. Yes, I saw that scene. And then in 1986-87, Heritage Africa 2, Achimota School 1, and that was shot behind the State House. I was working with Ujo Metenunu at the Parliament House then. Plus The Deadly Voyage, when I saw Danny Glover at the what do we call it, Ghana Film Theatre and a whole lot of things. So I'm a lover of the screens. And when I see him, that's right, the crowning of a chief, that's the name. Crown Chief, CCNA.
Yeah.
He's no exception. I mean, his work speaks for himself. He's blazed the trail. People have seen his works, and definitely, good beats don't rattle. Thank you.
I'll tell you something. I used to. A friend of mine was releasing an album years ago. I was 17, and he was recording the entire album on his own. So I had to do backing vocals for him.
Hey.
Yeah. So
what's your name?
On this guy, yeah. So I had to do backing vocals for him. I'm coming. I'll tell you the whole of the story.
Okay.
I had to do backing vocals for him, and so he called me. He sent me the song. Okay, let's go to the studio. And I did backing vocals for all the songs. And guess whose studio we did it in?
Fredyma Studios.
At Circle.
And I'm not sure he remembers.
He won't remember. I remember when we're there. Somebody was coming to record a jingle for Fruity. I don't know if you remember.
Fruity.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I sang the song for.
Oh, so there's a copyright issue.
I think I was 17 or something years ago. Yeah.
Do you remember it?
That's fruity, Adjei, the fresh fruit, something like that. Yeah. Fruity. Yeah. So I sang that song.
Hey, today we have 2 revelations.
No,
but that's a tagline, right? That's a tagline.
Yeah. Today 2 revelations.
Yeah.
One was the Mensah.
And
then now Fruity. Okay. All right. Interesting. Nene.
I have two questions for you.
Yeah.
My first question is, there's a trend within the brand's communication space that takes a lot of food from your table, and I know you do TV commercials. So how come the whole space allow multinational to bring commercials not shot in Ghana to be aired on our TVs?
Okay, so I think it's a budgetary thing. Recently, I won't mention the brand, but recently I ended up rewriting a script for a client, doing the storyboard for a client, and then they pulled the plug. Actually, they didn't pull the plug. They said they wanted a different production company to shoot it. So a month later, I asked, okay, how far? They're like, oh, they did not shoot it. Why? Because they wanted to use the ad from Nigeria instead of reshoot in Ghana. I think from a brand perspective, they are looking at the budget that they will spend to shoot something that is localized for Ghana. And especially when something has been shot for Nigeria and they look at it and realize that we are gradually becoming like Nigeria. So this problem will only increase. We are gradually becoming like Nigeria. If you watch Nigerian art, it may as well be for Ghanaians. And we are the problem because we are consuming so much of Nigerian things and we are shelving who we are. So that problem, so it makes financial sense for a brand to say, okay, and I'm for Nigeria ad Namimbo Ghana TV so. It just makes sense because then they've paid for cast, they've paid, and usually they pay for release, worldwide release, so then they can actually just go to the cast, sign an extension, and then just play for Ghana. So that's one of the reasons why.
So if we allow this to play, it means that in time
we won't have an industry.
You won't be able to employ all your guys that work for you.
Yes.
Now, before two of our artists were signed on to Techno, they wanted the same feel. Bring the video and somebody in, and the system said no. When Mobitel was moving on to Tigo, they brought all the commercials that they shot in South America to Ghana. My boss, Mr. Kono, said we are going to reshoot all this with Ghanaians.
I remember.
This is not going to fly. So I think that maybe we need to start pushing.
So I think that the first thing I said is right. The second thing too is, how do you push when you haven't proven that you can do it? And this, I'm talking to the creatives in the industry. I think that some way, somehow, we've also dropped the ball and our concepts aren't original enough. One of the best arts I've seen, you remember Medafopa, it has so much cultural relevance and it's Ghanaian. Dun, 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 dun. We all know that tune. It's so Ghanaian. It was made for Ghanaians, but it is very, very good. I think generally, maybe that's a conversation for another day. I think generally, the level of advertising or storytelling in Ghana has dropped. So then, even if you make the case, where are the case studies to support?
We're not the right people.
Exactly.
Where you are there. Ramesh is there.
We are there, but then we still have to battle with these.
Abraham is relocated though.
He's going. Oh, he's left.
We don't hear of him now.
Why is
he's left.
You can't blame him.
It's difficult to assimilate in this country if you are coming from.
If this one is magic that I can do with this one, you have no idea.
So we're still battling with marketing managers, agency directors who don't necessarily
understand.
Yes. And he's the one writing the check for you. So then they push setting agenda and you just have to say.
They say I'm too arrogant. I don't respect social. Let me take it.
But it's true.
They said that about me.
SM funded.
But you see, the thing is that it's not arrogance. So if you allow yourself to be educated and you learn at the feet of people who know, you tend to be intimidating. I'm telling you what I know. This is how it is done.
They think you are prideful.
Oh, come on. I don't take half payment full. Go away.
I mean, so those are some of the little things that I think derail our industry in bits and pieces and as a whole. And you know, at the beginning I said that our problems are not just film related.
All the industries,
all the creative sectors, we have basic, and it just manifests itself in different ways.
All right, it's been great conversations. Thank you very much. My time is up already. So before we let you go, what's next with you? Aside,
I need money to do my feature film. So if there's anybody out there who wants to invest in film, and it's not just me, me and a few other brilliant filmmakers out there who are also collaborating with their own teams who need funding to do films, and with good return on investment. It's not just we're doing film and then we'll say thank you, but it's with good return on investments because we are planning worldwide releases. So if there's anybody out there, please reach out and let's do business. Not film, business.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.